Party people in the place to be. Laughing 58 Dream Street. We're James with Games. Happy Boxing Day, everybody. David, glad that you're here. Thedev, also glad that you're here. Happy Monday and happy Boxing Day. Hope anyone who celebrates Christmas had a great Christmas yesterday. I hope anyone who didn't celebrate had a great day, not being bothered by their Christmas friends. Should have cleaned my glasses before I did the gimmick at the start where I put them on. There we go. Okay. I can mostly see. Here we are. All right. Whew. Gotta collect my thoughts. My tea's ready. 1 second here. Using my fancy pour pot. Slightly streamlining the process of getting ready for the stream because now I don't have to... I can sit down while the tea is still steeping. Very sophisticated. Here we go. Done with that part. You can see that the microphone is working. British! Hello! Happy Boxing Day! Boxing Day. Oh, I just heard Danielle come in. I should both say hello to her and then shut the door. I don't think I need an intermission for that. So I'll leave the screen up. Just 1 sec. Hey, babe. I'm closing the door to stream now. Yeah. See you later. Okay. So far, so good, Thedev. So far, so good. It was took me a little longer than I would have liked to get into my Christmas spirit, but when Frosthaven arrived unannounced on Thursday, that felt good. And that kicked it off. I got my Christmas shopping done. I wasn't thrilled with the gifts I got everybody because I didn't put enough time into it. I certainly spent enough money, but the money's the easy part for me at this point in my life. But I did get everybody gifts, so I felt like I pulled that part off. All right, set down the PC cycle so we don't immediately start starving to death upon launch. Saw a family, all that good stuff. Both my nephews and the little girls I call my nieces-in-law, my sister's sister-in-law's children, were all doing great. They had a good Christmas, and it was lovely to see them all and see all their excitement. Live vicariously. I got some good loot myself. Probably more than I need, but all very good. Wearing the sweater that I got for Christmas, which has a bit more going on than I think is showing up on screen, but that's okay. So here we are, in the scariest place in the world, Skara Brae. Okay. Just getting centered. Oh, got hit hard. We didn't get anything too bad. Our power went out for a bit on the 24th, which was stressful because was it the 24th, the 23rd? At any rate, we lost our power on the day that Danielle was trying to do all of her Christmas baking. It couldn't have been the 24th. I was streaming, unless it happened at. You know what? Nope. Must have been. I'm pretty sure it was the 23rd. Power went out for a bit, which is stressful for Danielle. She was in the middle of her baking. She was like, I need to continue with this. I was like, but you can't. She's like, but I need to. I promise that you can't. You can't stress out about this. There's nothing you can do. Fortunately, it came back on. All the baking was completed. It was a glorious day. Ooh, that's a rough wind chill low. That is no good. No bueno. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you stayed warm through that. David, if you're here still, how'd it go? How'd the sample lesson? Okay, I should start moving here. Okay, what are my objectives? I mean, the overall one is defeat the Liche. here we are. For the uninitiated, I guess I should recap a bit of the story here. Not that I think anyone actually in attendance right now is uninitiated. But for anyone who might ever watch this in the entire run of human history. Oh, British. I'm not sure what you're asking me if I'm sure about. Okay. So, quick recap. Skara Brae, we knew it was destroyed and everyone was dead. It's the ruin now. It's the old Magintia of Ultima 7. Ha! Not quite. Not quite, British. This is certainly a hectic holiday because... for reasons I'll expound upon as we go. But yeah, so Skara Brae was destroyed between Ultima 6 and Ultima 7. Well, that's a shame. On top of that, the remnants of Skara Brae, which as you can see are an extremely bleak, burnt out husk of a ruin, are also populated by the former citizens of Skara Brae in ghost form, some of whom are doing okay, some of whom are literally referred to by their compatriots as the tortured one. And then also we have a very, very angry blacksmith because, well, here's what happened. At some point in between Ultima 6 and Ultima 7, the wacky mage Horance, so might as well do the hunger checks at this point. They're going to get hungry just while I'm talking. I'm going to need to load the save. But find out where we are with everyone. Oh man, young Spark needs so much training, and yet he's so dexterous. I guess I can make him better at combat, so he can throw that magic axe with confidence. Yeah. Horance, the eccentric hermit, who was the herb and magic seller in Ultima 6 in this area, in the intervening period between Ultima 6 and Ultima 7, he lost his mind. And like in a bad way, not in just now he speaks in doggerel rhyme all the time. Now he speaks in the language of, being consumed by the fear of death and turning to dark magic to become a Liche and claim eternal life. There aren't... I'm sure there is like a revisionist or an unconventional fantasy story where the Liche has some sort of noble intention and is actually like inflicting the horror of eternal life on itself for some good cause. I guess God Emperor of Dune is kind of like that. But usually no. Usually it's considered really bad to use the dark arts to prolong your life beyond its natural bounds, and that is certainly no exception for Horance, who has gone from speaking in wacky rhymes to just being the worst. He became a Liche, then he decided, I want the blacksmith's wife for my own, so he sent his undead minions, who he raised up out of the graveyards of Skara Brae, he sent them to kidnap her. But she fought back, and because Horance just sent, like skeletons and shit, they didn't think, we gotta be careful with her for the boss. It's important that she be alive. So they killed her, took her corpse back. And, Horance, he's the Liche and a necromancer, so he was like, alright, fine, I'll resurrect her, and she can be my Liche queen. And then every day at midnight, Horance kidnaps the spirits of all the people... Wait, no, that's not the whole story yet. The blacksmith, at the time his wife was kidnapped, was working on a magic cage. Or maybe just a regular cage, I don't know. But it's one part of the kill the Liche ritual. We need that cage. Blacksmith was working on it when his wife was killed. At the same time, they need a magic potion. In fact, I can work on something here while I'm talking. They need a magic potion. Is this the healer's home? Yes. One thing that occurred to me. Okay. They need a magic potion. Apparently forgetting what mayors are like in Britannia. Except, I realize I've been slandering him. The mayor of Trinsic in Ultima 6 did his job very well. He knew that his community was so trustworthy that he could put the rune of honor just on a pedestal in the public square and no one would take it except the avatar if he needed it. And that worked out. So, anytime I talk about how incompetent the mayors of Britannia are, remember that whatever his name was, the reformed pirate mayor of Trinsic in Ultima 6 was one of the good ones. So, she relayed the recipe for the potion to the alchemist through the healer did. This healer, she relayed it through the incompetent mayor who messed it up. And so, working with the wrong recipe, the alchemist blew up the town. He's the tortured one. He feels guilty about that. Everyone burned to death. It was horrible. Now they're ghosts. The blacksmith is the only ghost who doesn't know he's dead. He's consumed by his rage. He works on the cage all day, except he never finishes it. This is kind of the weak point in the quest, I think. Actually, hold on. Elo's the potion holder. Get out that potion bag, Elo. So we have the recipe, and we know roughly what we need to do, sort of. And here we are. Everyone's dead. Every day at midnight, the Liche, Horance, summons the people of Skara Brae to his home, to his dark tower. I think there's a hand in glove, like a, the gradual process by which anyone becomes a Liche cannot start from just being a totally fine person who has not gone insane or evil. Like, there's something wrong with you if you've decided to use the dark arts to achieve eternal life. Generally. But then the process can only possibly make you worse. You start to think yourself above the forces of life and death. You can take people's wives, kill them, and then resurrect them, make them your queen. So, we need to stop the Liche and free the people of Skara Brae so that the tortured one will tell us the secrets of life and death so we can go back to Algonac or something, whatever dude in New Magintia, who will then let us read his journal so we can go back to the Wisps and say, hey, check out the contents of this journal. And they go, oh, cool. We love learning that. Want to meet the Time Lord? And then we find out why we're meeting a Time Lord and who the Time Lord is. I am grimly fascinated to find out what Pagan's all about. Just being familiar with the one Richard Garriott quote about how in Ultima 9 we'll go back to Britannia and back to the focus on virtue that made Ultima distinct. It's like, hold on, we're getting an Ultima game with no Britannia and no virtue? Like a post-Ultima 3 Ultima game with no virtue? That's weird. Okay, so the reason I came back here and grabbed that is that the two things we need to do are we need to make this potion and we need to get the blacksmith to finish that cage. You can, I can easily imagine that it's going to get real, grimdark. This is obviously already in its own way showing us the grimdark flavor that the 90s is going to descend to. Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Like, it's a video game of its year in the mid-90s when, everything was terrible. Yeah, like, this is certainly, like, Skara Brae blew up. The wacky old rhyme speaker actually turned super evil. That's heavy-handed stuff, but at the same time, it is, it is also that. It's a video game of time, period. Not only of its time, but of time. It did occur within the scope of time itself. Okay, hold on. Oops. Okay. Uh-oh. F10 to free my cursor? Yes. Okay. Something just occurred to me. I can't address right now, but I want to look into it. Spells. Here we are. Early spells. No. Ooh, a wizard eye spell that lets you see through barriers. Should probably look into that. I was wondering if there's a tell time spell, because what I think I need to do here. That's what I originally read you as saying, David. That it was game of the year, but I knew that I was like, that can't possibly be true. I know enough about this game's reputation that I know that's not the case. So then I thought about it, and I was like, well, based on what I've heard about it, it certainly sounds of its time. Okay, so yeah, we got to make the potion, and I got the recipe, and one thing was that we need like essence of mandrake root, which the healer told me is, you know, it's the vial. I have a vial of it in my home, which you just saw me go into. And last week I like clicked on all the things there, and one of them was called vial, and I was like, okay, this is the one, the clear one. Then I realized later that Thedev, I think, is my next goal. I want to deal with this plot at least a little bit, because it's really great. I'm pretty invested in this extremely dark plot here, and the associated questing. But yeah, and then we got to go and we got to figure out, because I've been in the theater. Did I just not talk to enough people that I didn't talk to Shimino, or do I need to complete the Avatar takes a role in the play by getting the Avatar costume quest to meet him? I don't know, but I want to meet. Like, come on, it's Shimino. We're 40 hours into the game. We haven't spoken to Shimino. That seems silly. Not quite 40 hours, but getting there. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, I realized in the intervening time, when it says just vial, that probably just means that it's empty, and also I had commented repeatedly on the glowing multicolored potion. I was like, that's obviously the fucking special potion. What is wrong with me? So I've gone and I picked that up. But first, okay, so there's two things. Got to make the potion. We got to get that cage finished. Can't get the cage finished while the blacksmith is consumed by his hatred and rage. So one of us, and this is probably a good thing for me to recall now, we have... Oh yeah, this is the empty vial I took. I think we can just set that down. Who has the music box that the blacksmith purchased as a gift for his beloved wife before she was killed? So the theory here is at the ominous time, midnight, when the Liche summons the ghosts of Skara Brae to his tower so he can drain their life essence, horrifying. When he does that, presumably, that's our window to sneak in without being blasted by his lightning magic, which has happened every other time I came close to the Black Tower. If we can get in there and we can find the Liche Queen and we can play the music box for her, in theory, that snaps her out of it. We bring her back to the blacksmith, and the blacksmith goes, oh, holy shit, my wife. Oh my goodness, you're dead. Am I dead? I understand things now. Now I'll be the kind of ghost that can actually finish the cage. And then he'll finish the cage. Then we'll make the potion. Then we go back again at midnight, put that Liche in the cage while he's sleeping, dunk that potion on his head, and we win. That's the dream. Who's got the music box, though? We've totally borked the quest line. Aha! Saramed is holding the music box. Haha. I would think Shimino would have a tougher time than most gallivanting about with more than one lady, because like he goes out on a date with the first lady and they walk into the restaurant and he's like, this is the tavern where I took Liche last night. Because, you know, he loves to identify the places that he walks into. This is my other girlfriend stream. Excuse me? Okay, so the tricky thing is that we want to go to this Black Tower at midnight. And even though Ultima 5 set hundreds of years before this, you know what? Yeah, that's another thing too, right? Like at a certain point, even if he's not giving away his current affairs, he's certainly like he's creating an unfavorable impression overall. I'm dropping frames bad. I gotta reset my internet before the next time I do a stream. Okay. Obviously it's not midnight yet because we can see pretty clearly outside. Perhaps I should go to the alchemist's lair. To his burned out laboratory, to the tortured one's burnt out laboratory, and see if I can make the potion. Okay, so here's the fancy alchemical device we need to use. I believe I would have written it down, right? That sounds like something I would always do very correctly and responsibly. Write down the important details. No. Ha. Oh, I've got a cat scratching at the door now. Excuse me. Hey, Abra. Come in, sweetie. I'll have to let you back out when you're ready to go. Alright. But yeah, I had the same thing during Live Alive yesterday. It never got too bad. Oh, she's ready. She's ready to leave. I gotta open the door for her again. Okay. I should have. Actually, I think all I gotta do is talk to the alchemist, so we should be fine here. Hey, buddy. Greetings, my lord. Cain breathes deeply, apparently forcing back his torment, lest anyone, any noobs, any of the uninitiated, think that Cain is being, melodramatic here. His experience is that he is always being roasted by the flames that claimed Skara Brae. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just like, hey, it's me, it's Abra. I'm Abra. Okay, see you later. Just wanted to make sure that I knew she was still Abra. Okay, I need you to repeat those instructions, Cain. I promise I'll do a better job than you. And it's not your fault that you didn't do a good job. I want to stress. I need the potions. Place each one just below a connecting tube. The order matters not. Take an empty vial. He should have one here in his lab. Set it below the nozzle. Then turn on the burner. Oh, I also had an empty vial. I just threw it away in the streets. After a few minutes, the mixture will form. Okay, that's simple enough. So I need a potion of invisibility, a potion of curing, and a vial of mandrake essence. I only know for sure about one of those, which is that the mandrake, not even for sure, but I'm 99% sure that the not real, not official potion, because there's no potion of mandrake essence you can just buy in a potion store. I'm fairly certain that that one is going to be the I've lost my thoughts. Is going to be the multicolored flashing one. The rest of them I don't know. I've never engaged too deeply with potions in Ultima, so now I think I just did a save. We just gotta get ELO to bust open the potion bag. No, I'm almost sure that's that one. Almost positive. But then we need the potion of invisibility and the potion of curing. Neither of which... Okay, well here's a white potion. We're just going to drink a bunch of potions. And see what happens and load the save as needed. I'll do it. Virtue of sacrifice. Virtue of valor. Not forcing the child to be the one who we experiment on. Okay. That did something. I don't seem to be invisible, though. Let's go back to before we wasted that white potion. You know what? I should write in my note sheet. No, not yet. Let me experiment. I'll figure something out. Potion color. Another thing that might have just occurred to me. On a separate quest, Penumbra, the witch who is asleep, has a whole bunch of potions scattered around her place. There's probably a wake-up potion, or just a status effect removal potion. Maybe that's just the answer to waking her up? That's worth a try. Okay. White potion, we're not sure. Let's learn about other potions. Seems like black could be an invisibility potion, right? Definitely not drinking the multicolored one. Ah, okay. We have one of our ingredients. Everything looks gray when you're invisible. Excellent. Okay, so white. I'm not sure what it does, but it makes cool sounds. Black. Invisibility. That's vital. Okay. Oh, man. I am pretty sure. Hold on. I also don't know if the potion colors are ever like retconned, so they do different things. But I did do a bunch of tests in Ultima 6 of potions. So I'm looking at my Ultima 6 spreadsheet. So I never found out what a black potion did in Ultima 6, so I can't do any verification check here. I did write down that white does something wild, which kind of seems like what this one did. I did write down red as cure poison. Is that the... I need a potion of curing. And then I wrote yellow as heal. But heal would just be hit points. So maybe... Okay. Okay. I mean, we have a save game. Let's try it. Okay, this is one of the nozzles, right? Oh, I see. Oh, great. It's not even going to tell me. But obviously, these are the 3 nozzles. That's simple enough. And this is the output. So, let's place this. Yeah, I can't use it. So, hopefully that counts. He said the order matters not. So let's just, let's give this a shot. Whoops, not my sack. ELO's sack. Yeah, I was already pretty jazzed on this plotline while I was experiencing it for the first time last week. I was like, oh wow, oh wow. Ooh, this is, I was intrigued, I was gripped. Both the plot itself and the way in which I seem to have to interact with it as an adventurer. But it was after the stream, when I felt compelled, which I don't often do, to force Danielle to listen to a full recap of everything that had happened. That seems like the right spot. So black is invisibility. And last time I said that red was curing. Wait, is curing what? Yeah. I wrote that red was what? Yeah, red was cure poison. And here we said potion of curing. So it's probably red. And, this is intriguing, for Ultima 6 I wrote down, I'm not quite sure what I meant. So there's some ambiguity. But what I wrote down for our alchemical experiments here, we'll have a control group save. I wrote down that, let me read this, because this is somewhat ambiguous. I wrote that an orange potion, is sleep/paralysis? ? I'm not sure if that means causing it or alleviating it. You know what? Hold on. It's not cheating to look at the quick reference card. Does that by any chance say what the potions do? Probably not. It's probably mostly just here's how to play the game. Displays, inventory, attributes, spellbook, status, combat. Nah. Okay. Well, I mean, look, there aren't that many colors. Orange, like the way I wrote it makes me think that it causes sleep or paralysis. But I mean, whatever. I can also do this thing where I save the game and I trial the potions, just in case I use the like kill the slumbering witch potion by mistake. Okay, and then how do I turn on the burner? Where is the burner? Is it just a matter of double clicking on the device? Because like this is just burnt up stuff and dust. Let's try it. No. In fact, my clicks aren't even summoning the words alchemist device. Can I turn on the burner from here? No. Where's your burner, sir? Oh, wait. Is this the burner? Laboratory burner. Okay. Alright. Well, we'll know it's not working if Skara Brae explodes again and we're all killed. I don't think we actually have to wait a few minutes, like he said. These have all been drained. Get that potion bag out, Elo. Okay. Okay. Stay in the control group save for now. There's no way to validate here, right? We know that we didn't do it so wrong that we killed ourselves and re-burnt the ruins. That's a good sign. Okay. But now what? I mean, now I just gotta kill time. And obviously... Do I gotta kill time? Is there a way to sneak in? Maybe I might as well try. I have a potion of invisibility. Can I leave the team behind? No. Or if I can, hold on. I have the reference card open. If there's a solo mode, then perhaps the avatar can drink the invisibility potion. And try to get in there. Alright. Where are the hotkeys? Here. Okay. Combat mode. Boom, 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 boom. Nope. Hold on. Oops. Just doing a quick... No, I'm not. I closed the reference card. So, it sounds, from your last comment, that like, perhaps they did retcon what potions do? Or perhaps the Guardian is just messing with the cosmology of Britannia? Changing what potions do? Okay. I will leave time ticking. I think time proceeds when you're just standing still. Long enough to go look. I should look and see, is there a magical spell called like Protect from Lightning? Because if there is, it's a heavy-handed clue that I should acquire it. Protect makes you invulnerable to traps. Protect all. Just protect, but for all. Go figure. I don't know. Okay. Well. It does seem like it's getting darker. So we're successfully killing time. We'll know it. Oh yeah. There's your sign. When the menus get... When your menus get harder to read. I don't know how to tell when it's precisely midnight. But let's walk towards the Black Tower. Get struck by lightning. Just to verify that that's still going to happen. Oh, there's our vial, our marker. Zap. Can we just brute force this? Just go in? Yes. Open the tapestries. Go inside. See what's going on. We have all these beds. Oh, those are beds. I did not visually interpret these as beds. This place is scary. What time is it? Haha! A clock! Okay. We are many hours early. But let's just see what happens. If I come in here and just waltz around like I own the place while the Liche is awake. Oh, yeah. He teleports us outside to his horrifying altar and blasts us with magic. So first, I'm going to try the Midnight Theory. Seems like it would work, right? Maybe not. This is how. There's only one way to find out. So we just got to kill time. If only somehow a clock had survived elsewhere. Or if the Avatar could have just hung on to the pocket watch. I mean, Oh, how about that? Like, there's certainly lots of retconning and reworking that goes on in the Ultima series as it carries on, but say, like, you know, like the reagents seem fairly constant in which spells they can be combined to make and things of this nature. So it's odd they didn't do the same for potions. Alright. Literally doing nothing here but passing time. I suppose the Avatar could throw down a bed and be like, wake me up in 2 hours, but that just seems like a way to get eaten by ghosts, right? At any rate, we can escape the lightning protective magic fairly easily by just getting struck by lightning and carrying on through. What we really want to do is then not be effortlessly defeated when we're inside. And obviously Horance is far too powerful a mage. Oh, you know what? Here's one. I guess I don't know enough about the timelines to say for sure, but one bit of consideration we should grant to Horance when we're judging his culpability and his own descent into evil is that, okay, I still don't think it's oh no, did I save? I sure hope I didn't save over the 2 kilo-ish. You know what? Might as well find out. Did I just save over this? Yeah, I want to save. And I did save first. Okay. Alright. I mean, I got a good feeling, because, like, the process did make a potion. It's a unique looking potion. Okay, now it's dark. Let's save once more. Wild. I can't imagine. I might have to, not like, play the entire thing, but I am super curious about exactly how, thank goodness for the glowing runes in the spellbook. At least once you get the spellbook out, you can kind of see what the hell's going on. Okay, let's go in there, see what time it is now. I just have a hard time imagining the Super Nintendo version of this being any good at all. But it also just feels like what it... Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Just tank it, team. We're just going in to see the clock and load the save. (9:11). Oh, man. Time goes by so slowly. Caught a bit of the Elvis movie. Baz Luhrmann's Elvis. I didn't see the whole thing. Danielle was watching it and I only showed up. I showed up right around when he's dreaming of the comeback special. Come get it. Come get it. Curse thine offspring. Oh, man. You know, presumably some of the offspring that we were just cursing are the ghosts that we're trying to help. Right? Because these bones are all the past dead of Skara Brae. Gotta walk more. Just keep on walking. Do a little grinding on the way. if there was just a Breath of the Wild did this really well. Link can just like chill for a certain amount of time. Just hit the chill out button, if I'm remembering that correctly. That would be great. Above and beyond the sleep thing, which is a little more involved. Does seem like the overpowering stench of burnt and decay is helping keep everyone's appetites a bit suppressed. We haven't had to do any ritual feedings, which is nice. Okay, if we run up now, did we dodge the lightning? The only clock in Skara Brae. Oh no, clicked on my own face by mistake. 9:40. Egads. Okay. No, let's not even load the save. Let's find out what happens if we go elsewhere. I mean, presumably we gotta kill the skeletons. Hooray! Oh, this one has a magic axe? A magic axe. Who gets it next? Jana. It's time for you to level up. Hold on. Do you have a bag just for swords? Put it in the sword bag. Hell yeah. I think a little wooden shield might not hurt you. We do get you killed a lot. Okay, fine. Put it in the sword bag, Jana. The invisible volume meters in this game are incomprehensible to me. Too heavy. Oh, geez, she's fully loaded. Why? Because she has so much gold. Okay. Ceramed, you're also well laid down with gold, but take some of Jana's gold. How's that for Jana? 2 stones. Probably need to offload some more. Wonder if there's any difference. Are vertical gold bars heavier, lighter? Worth more? Cheaper? Anything like that? Okay, this can't weigh 4 stone. Haha. Okay. Okay, things are going well. Things are going well. I mean, you know, things are actually going really, really badly in Skara Brae, but like for our part of the story of Skara Brae, things are going pretty well. Excuse me, sir. Is this one not aggressive? Oh no. No, can we... What are you talking about? Out of range. Okay. Wow. So the problem that we ran into there just reminded that we have to go back to Vesper, the worst place in the world, at some point, to meet up with Elizabeth and Abraham, the most elusive people that ever lived. Okay, so the problem there was that, for whatever reason, the skeleton was not aggressive towards us by default, and that meant that when I turned combat mode on, the whole party didn't engage. And obviously this guy can fight pretty well, thanks to his magic axe, and also, quite possibly, we've been roughed up a little. Like, I think the Avatar's maximum hit points is significantly more than 18. How's the rest of the team do? Whoop. Ugh. In this particular lighting, all that meat starts to look not great. Yeah, everyone's roughed up a little. I missed what time it was when I checked the clock just now. Well, that gives us something to do to pass the time. 9:36. 56. 56. Okay. We're getting there. Keep just saving these moments as they happen. Treasure every moment that you manage to cause to pass by. I'm concerned that if we complete the Liche quest without having defeated this skeleton, that we will be doomed. Hey, is that the Liche? Is that Horance? Can we catch up with our old buddy Horance? Probably not. Excuse me. Okay. You step forward to confront this vile-looking creature. He slowly turns to face you. Holy smokes. We're talking to the Liche. As his intense gaze locks on your form, you almost wish you hadn't been so bold. James. He remembers me. I'm flattered. Because, like, he was pretty far gone when we met him before. And that was also 200 years ago. So I must have made a good impression. Although he does look sardonic right now. How may I help thee? You have the distant impression that help is the last thing that you'll get from the Liche. Yellow steps near you and speaks in a whispered tone. Do not trust this one, my lord. Methinks he'll cause naught but evil. My lord, I'm ready to go now, Spark says to you, cowering from the undead creature. Just hang tight, gang. Let's see if we can talk this out. Maybe there's a peaceful resolution. I don't know. I can call him Lord Horance. Oh, congratulations. Oh, wow. Surprised, Avatar? Come now. Surely thou dost not think that Lord British will stand in my way. I know how to deal with his ilk. Well, Horance, what I was actually thinking was that I would stop you. He's too evil now to speak in rhyme. That if. He probably tried to keep it up for a while, and he was like, no matter how scary I try to make these rhymes, they just don't, His rhyme style is a bit too nursery rhymey. Like, he's not going to snap out the, the raving. So you're a lord now. Maybe. Maybe I'll have a place as the overthrower of the New Order. Friend. Yeah. So, you're not a fan of Lord British? I mean, to be honest, it seems like he's been doing a terrible job lately. Like, Britannia is in the worst shape I've ever seen it. They've failed to integrate the Gargoyles into... They had 200 years to achieve, like, some integration of the Gargoyles into society, and it's extremely poorly done. Evil is a mild word for the sneer that appears in the Liche's cracked lips. It's recently come to my attention that a certain ore found in the Britannian surface can, if fashioned properly, become the bane of the vaunted Lord British. I bet that's black rock. I know this ore and have used it before for other purposes. I will use it once again to destroy that so-called lord. What other purposes? Alright, hold on. Just to make sure we're clear. We're both talking about black rock? I don't know. Do you have any other secrets? If you've kept at least one other secret from me, then you can tell me this one. Still a secret. Okay. What purposes? Gestures towards the walls. How else does thou expect my tower to withstand the ravaging effect the ether is having on my magic? Okay. Okay, this is something. Oh, and okay. So if he is talking about Black Rock, and that would make sense, because now he's saying it's his tower, and his tower is the Black Tower. So perhaps he's fashioned this tower out of Black Rock, or at least, infused Black Rock into it. And there's no because he's evil, he can resist the decay of magic. So maybe Black Rock, having Black Rock around can help a mage? Is that something? I don't know. Can we do that? Can we get Mariah some Black Rock, and will that help her? Also, Rudium is he's holding it together way better than Mariah was, and he's obviously experimenting with Black Rock, and he's just like living in like a messy place full of Black Rock. Okay, better make a note of that. I don't know what to do with it. Except maybe help Mariah, which would be great, because it's just sad to go see your friend. Okay, I'm glad that we spoke to the horrifying Liche. Okay. So yeah, you liked my obeisance there. Well, I mean, humbled, terrified, majestic, horrifying. Tomato, tomato, right? Old friend. Okay. I mean, it's job security, right? Like one way or another, I can still be the avatar, and whichever way the dice come out. Probably not going to win this fight. Or maybe he'll just be like, yes, precisely, ha ha ha. What do you think you can do to stop me? Who knows? Why, James, I thought that was understood. It will be my pleasure to help thee enter the realm of the dead. But not right now, right? Because we were just gonna... It's truly sad to see thee go, he says with a sardonic smile. Yeah, right, pitches in Dupre. Feel free to explore mine humble abode, though have a care. My guardians are none too intelligent and will most likely assault anything living. He smiles with his death's head grin. Okay, good. He is doing the villain thing of leaving us alive because we're no threat to him. Well, this Blackrock thing seems like it must be something. Because obviously, we know one thing. We can blow up Blackrock. It's... I don't know. I don't think it's... Obviously, we've been told too much about what the real answer to this quest is for the answer to just be go outside and use Rudium's wand on the tower and just blow the friggin' thing up. But that's the one other thing I know about Blackrock. We can blow it up with Rudium's wand. But apparently it can also... Maybe it helps mages. You know what? We gotta try it, right? But first. Let's see. Will this guy attack us now? Or is he just all messed up? That sucks. Can we get the whole team in on this? Okay. This is a tedious fight. Did we win? Fake wall. That's kind of cool. But, damn it. Okay. So that glitched up skeleton. Oh, here's the Well of Souls. Okay. So if nothing else, dealing with the trying to get the other magic axe off of that guy has revealed to us the secret location of the Well of Souls. Nonetheless, I'm going to load just in case, there's going to be a 2-day thing here because we got to get in at 2 different midnights. Oh, the door has been pushed open. It's around the time of LUNCH. So how about I'll go deal with that. And I'll be right back with you, gang. Hang tight. Want some lunch? Okay. Cat's fed. So now they'll surely leave me alone for at least several minutes. We're here in Liche's Black Tower. He doesn't mind that we're here. So we can check the clock again. Don't mind us, Horance. Just looking at your clock. 10:36. Alright. Pretty soon his horrifying ritual will begin. Actually, I should test something else. Hold on, one sec. 2 things. Is this a fake wall too? Sure is. Oops. Sorry, Brae. What do you think of the fact that we're bringing we never talked about this before, but you think it's kind of weird that we're traveling with a kid? No, old friend. That's not what I was doing. And also, check it out. You're looking much better. The years are treating you better. The centuries are treating you better than they are treating you, though, right? Good old Dupre. Absolutely no concerns about the responsibility of, whether it's the right thing to do to just have a kid as part of your murder group, your adventuring group, who constantly get into fights. Not even just maybe we should leave the boy alone if we ever go back to that one weird island where the dogs just keep coming. Ooh, darker still. Oh, my spell wore off. 11:07. You know what? Why don't I camp here a moment? Try to get a sense of the passage of time. 11:08. Okay. 11:09. It's actually pretty fast, isn't it? Not that fast. Pretty fast, though. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. He said we can explore, which maybe disables that thing that teleported me out the last time before. But it also seems like he would probably be like, all right, okay, you're abusing the privilege by playing that music box for my queen. So we'll hold off on that. Man, I wish this other skeleton, who obviously has a magic axe, was functioning properly. Because the more magic axes, the better. That's one thing that never changes in Britannia. Oh no. Okay. It's like, no, don't tell me the clock's broken. So here in Britannia, I'm constantly checking the clock, hoping the time is passing faster. I need time to slow down a little bit this week, though. Because now that Frosthaven has arrived, I was already planning to get to work on all the overlays and figuring out the setup for how I'm going to broadcast Frosthaven. Not that I didn't learn some stuff from Forgotten Circles, but not only... Frosthaven has a more developed... outside the scenario game. There's like a town building and town defending element to it. So I gotta learn that. I gotta think of a way to share that with the audience. See if I can think of a better way to share the monsters. Well, I suppose we do have the... I think Rich would be very disappointed if we didn't do Friday Night Frosthaven this Friday over the break. Yeah. So, like, I don't have to be ready for Friday, but I should try. And it also doesn't have to be perfect on Friday. And that's fine, too. And it probably won't be. But I do want it to be good. So I'm working on it. And also just, like, we did the unboxing last Thursday. But then, after that, there's a whole other, like there's a lot of punch boards to punch out. I punched out everything now but the monsters. And I bought 3 tackle boxes on the 24th so that I could store all the monsters. They did a much... Cephalofair Games, the publishers of... Designers and publishers of 1143, The Hour's Nigh, The Witching Hour, The Lishing Hour. Yeah, everything but the monsters, they've drastically improved their setup for like how you store it. Gloomhaven was just like, here's a whole bunch of fucking shit. Figure it out or buy our additional special storage system. Or make your own. This one does much better for everything but monsters. Check it. It's going to be a fair bit of work. I'm breaking it up over the course of days, going category by category. So now I just have to... I got to punch out all the monsters, and then I've got 3 tackle boxes, which have enough different cubbies to store all the monsters. But I got to figure out how to group them for easy finding. Like, obviously, the 6 elemental demons should all be next to each other and stuff. So there's little monster nameplates, and I punched all those out. And I'm going to use those to figure out what are the categories. And then I'll make the scheme, put all that away. I should get that done tonight. Then I got to deal with the cards, which is also going to be much easier this time around. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Okay, I shouldn't save right now. I should just try it. Hail, Stimpinski! Congratulations on completing Entropy 5, having no achievements left to unlock in Star Renegades, except for failing 20 times. You're too good for your own good, my friend. I'm not going to have any problem getting that 20 failures one. Okay, so he's doing his horrifying thing. You know, we should look at him while he's doing his horrifying thing. See where he is. Is he in the Well of Souls right now? Probably. There's all the ghosts. Oh, it's so creepy. Oh no, he's just sleeping right in the middle. Do we pour the... We'll talk to the healer again about exactly how to pull off this ritual. Okay. No. That's bad. Okay. So obviously, it's actually that floating fire thing that is causing the problem. Uh-oh. Well, let me just take a look at it. What is it? Fire. Oh, it's a fire field, but it also teleports us somehow? Okay. Well, let me try a few things. Can I walk around the rug? Nope. I might need to... Wait, do I have Angrav? That's probably not enough on its own. Angrav is the Dispel Field spell, for anyone who doesn't speak the magic language. No, I really ought to have Angrav. Okay. However, one other idea I can try right now before we have to temporarily... Oh, no. Leaving Skara Brae behind temporarily is not a big deal to me. I don't love the idea of leaving Midnight behind. So maybe this will work. Maybe it won't. Let's go back outside. Run. Don't walk. Oh, is he chill with the lightning now? What's this? This is a blood stain? I don't know. But hold on. If we take away the ritual dagger from the altar, let's find out if that alone messes with the teleport trap. Seems too much to hope for. Okay. They're all sleeping. Don't mind us. No. Okay. Well, that's a shame. But we're going to be okay. We gotta depart for now. That's alright. The ghosts don't even know this horrible thing's happening to them every night. Except for the healer. And maybe we've disabled the lightning trap just by earning Horance's favor. Such as it is. Danger. Well, these skeletons are easy to kill. But they don't have magic axes, so it's just not as rewarding. Just gotta get back to the ship. Just gotta find that ship. Without being dragged underground by corpsers or any other terrible thing that could happen here. Run, team. Let's pick up the pace. Let's just go home. Can we still... Dupre, this was not what I was not trying to talk to you, buddy. Ah, okay. Ah, gotta cast the Seance spell one more time. Gotta pick up Angrav while we're out of here. Maybe Reveal would have been helpful there too. Certainly more spells would be helpful. So we're putting a pin in this. Well, I think you said you hadn't tried Loop Hero yet? Just as far as games with this particular rogue-inspired gameplay loop go. I've heard good things. Hey, pal. We just want to use your ferry. Don't even need to pay. Love it. Glad to hear. Yeah, that's why I said return. It's like you people don't even understand how speaking in keywords works. Okay. Okay. So we're going to run a variety of errands here. But first, we get to play the Avatar's favorite game. Where the fuck is my goddamn bedroll? Torch. Oh, I still need to look into this potion craft. Okay, fine. I'll admit defeat, and I will cast the regular light spell so I can look around in my bag. I'm more and more sold on the I mean, this is a realistic imitation of what it would be like to deal with an inventory knapsack in an RPG where you can carry tons and tons of stuff. Interpretation of the frustrations of inventory management. Just give me a solid 7. Yeah, congratulations. Because that game, like... I think a big problem for me right now is that I haven't figured... all of my successful attempts had major roles for Nodo, the Saboteur. But for anyone who hasn't played Star Renegades, one of the gimmicks of its structure is that every time you clear it, the evil AI army trying to take over the world, it recruits in a different reality and perhaps enslaves somehow, or perhaps just makes a clone of, but it gets a different one of your party members as its leader or its avatar, so to speak, in every different reality, so for every different run. And whichever character becomes the villain, you can't use now until you've beat them and a different one's in that slot. And so the Saboteur is currently the big bad, so I can't use a Saboteur heavy strategy. I need to... Also, I'm really into wanting to use... Yeah, real unfortunate. And also, just factor in that I really want to use the one new character I unlocked on my last run, but I just can't. Oh, don't need any of that stuff. Oh, although that reminds me, hey John, yeah, the Dragoon, like, he seems cool. I was getting something out of him, but just not as much as I would like. These people haven't been hungry in a while. Like, I slept all night and they're not even like, I must eat. Yeah, I can't, like... Some of his attacks are kind of cool, like, I guess. But they're not getting it done for me. And so I'm like, I had as good of an extreme run as I've had on the first planet. You know, won all the fights, had an optimal route, got some good gear, did the optional sub area was the Syndicate Gangsters cave, went through that just fine, got to the boss, the behemoth of the first planet, with what I thought was pretty good gear, and with what I thought was like, I developed good bonds between my 3 characters. Like, I had 2 companionships set up. Oh, those can be bad, but I just cruised through it. And I went in tip-top shape to face the behemoth at the end and just got butchered. All my preparation was for naught. Always forgetting where the mint is. Yeah. Like, I think that's going to turn out to be the hump that when I finally play well enough to clear that, I will now be playing well enough to do well at Extreme. This is the Fellowship Hall, right? No, this is... But it's not the Mint. Ah, to live in a world where I myself just remembered how Britannia is laid out. South from here. No, you don't need to play the song again. I remember where I am. Wait. No, the music hall. I know it's a big building. That hardly narrows things down, though. Is it this one? No, that's a commercial building. It's a bunch of storefronts. Ah, man. I'll figure it out. I had the Valkyrie, But and yeah, and no stun. And here we are, we're locked. We're frozen. Control F9 to close, and we'll relaunch here. Yeah, that was the issue. Not enough defensive capability. Like, maybe I should just go back. Like, I was better at tanking with Davian, the Paragon, but because Wynn, the Valkyrie, was the villain of my second run, now that I can have her again, I want to play her again. I just got to bite the bullet and be like, if I'm going to use the Dragoon, it's going to be when he's offered to me as a recruitable after the early planets. Because he's just, yeah. He's just not coming through for me. Which is a shame, because I get a kick out of the character so far. Like, the character in the, like, his dialogue and stuff. The dialogue in this game is not mind-blowing. Not as many as I'd like. Who do I have? Okay. Saboteur Commando, Valkyrie, Dragoon, Sniper guy, whatever he's called, Sharpshooter, whatever. The shield distributing religious robot, the crunchy type. Yeah, I got the Paragon. Or is the Paragon the religious shield guy, and I've been calling Davian the Paragon? Yeah. Just not that many. Not as many as I would like to have. Where the hell is the mint? It's the stables, obviously. And then we're out of town. Gotta unload this gold. Then we'll head back to Moonglow. See if we can't, see if Mariah can teach us Angrav. If she can't, then we gotta stop at Cove on the way back, which is fine. That's easy enough to do. I'm so mystified by how badly I've forgotten. Wait. No, the blue boar. Yeah, like I know there's a character called the Juggernaut, and that just sounds like a like that would work for what I need, but I don't know how to acquire the Juggernaut yet. I assume it's something similar to the Dragoon, where in the course of the run, the Juggernaut can be unlocked, but it has not come together for me yet. But every now and then. Hey, Opie. Oh, I'm sorry you missed the notification. Yeah, both times, every time. Oh, here we are, right? Town Hall. Yep. Okay, the mint's up here. Happy Boxing Day, Opie. I am the Avatar, buddy. You step aside. No, wait. That's not the virtue of humility. Sorry, sir. I'll step aside. Would you like to do an exchange? Yes, we have lots. Oh, wow. 430 coins. Cha-ching. Yeah, I don't think money is never going to be an issue again now that we've discovered the Murder Island. Yeah, I'm forgetting of the characters I have. Obviously, maybe I should just go back to using the Jens. You know, the conspiracy theorist. I can't remember what he's called, but he's my other stunner, and he's good with damage. I'll figure something out. Okay. Got some money. For some reason, nobody's hungry. I keep on holding out hope that that I trigger a glitch that breaks the hunger system entirely. Oh, whoops. No, I'm not trying to leave town. Where's the shipwright? What's going on? Oh, dear. Southerly. No. West and south. What I ought to do is, even just for a minute, look at a map that displays all of Britain. Not now. That would be good content, but at some point. Okay, where's the friggin' dock? Oh my goodness. It's okay. It's okay. Ah, it's right there. I walked past it. Man, if I just if I wasn't so committed to being a good avatar, feels like it would be even easier to make the economy in this game work for you. Because there just seems to be an awful lot of opportunities for stealing from people. Okay, let's pop by Moonglow first. Maybe Mariah has the spell. If not, we can swing back, talk to Rudium. Maybe Penumbra has the spell. And, I mean, I'll test out try some of these potions on her. Theory. See how that goes. Oops. Uh-oh. Had to go a bit south, I bet. Oh, man. Jacket. Every now and then, someone's just dropping a little remark that just makes me prepared for like a moral horror show when we get to Pagan Ultima 8. Of course, that's a long ways off because I'm 40 hours deep in this, or thereabouts. I don't feel like we're getting anywhere close to the... I don't feel like we're shifting into act, the climactic act yet. Then there's Ultima Underworld Underworld 2 in between this and Ultima 7 Part 2. And then I'll get to go and find out about Pagan. I also heard it has platform jumping, which sounds like the kind of thing that would really have angered the PC gamers of the age to have in there. And then for me now, not as someone who's like, oh, what, is Ultima Mario like some simple console game for simple-minded people? For me, it's going to be like, a guy who's played an awful goddamn lot of Mario in his life. I'm just going to be like, this seems kind of half-assed. This is not the precision platform jumping that I'm used to. Ultima Underworld has platform jumping. And it was kind of fun. Utterly preposterous. The physics of jumping and make no sense. It is not the platform jumping of Metroid Prime, which found a way to do... I did not, Stempinski. I played the first Underworld prior to my streaming life. It doesn't fit into the plot in the same way that I understand Ultima Underworld 2 is actually part of the Guardian Saga explicitly. So I got to do that one live. Also, my Underworld playthrough was not done on the principles that I've brought to my other Ultima playthroughs. I started out wanting to not... I wanted to solve it on my own anyway. But it all fell apart as I got closer to the end. Because there's an insane bug in that game. Okay. I have a few thoughts here. But hold on. Okay. Well, Yeah, we have all colors of potions here. So the save game name remains appropriate. Let's try some of them and see what they do. So I wrote down for Ultima 6, which from what that has reported is utterly not predictive of what's going to happen here. I wrote sleep/paralysis with a question mark for what orange did. What does it do now? What was really nasty, and this depends, I guess, on the version you play, and for some reason the GOG version is not the one that they patched and fixed this. The way it tracks the location of every item in the entire dungeon is presumably some sort of big like relational table system, and there is a maximum cap to the number of items it can keep track of on any given floor. And of course, a huge part of the game is picking up items and putting them in your pack and carrying them from floor to floor. And so at the lower levels, you can get into a situation where in a certain version of the game, this like weird message comes up. And it doesn't seem to stop your gameplay. It just says something inventory overload, or it's just some little weird error message. You don't know what's going on. And after a while, I was like, I should look into what the hell's going on with that. And I looked into it, and it turns out every time you go to the floor and the number of items you have raises the number of items on the floor above what it can track, it just deletes items from the game permanently at random to get it down to what fits, with no regard for whether they're key quest items. And I actually did delete a key quest item that way, and long since had saved it by the time I discovered what was going on. Hey! Welcome, your mom. I'll get better at pronouncing that. Over time. Okay. Orange potion did something. It did not put me to sleep or paralyze me. Okay. So part of the problem that I had figuring out what potions did in Ultima 6 was that I only tested it by myself, not in combat. And so, like, the ones that had obvious effects I could tell, but I couldn't tell, like, what was, if something raised our stats. I couldn't tell. Hello. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Happy Boxing Day. So I do what I can. I have played mostly classic PC games and then have since dabbled into some of the classic JRPGs. Me and my buddy on Tuesdays, when he can get over here, are doing, for the smallest audience I've ever had on Twitter, we don't do it for the metrics, but we're playing through just beat 'em ups, period. Just playing different beat 'em up games, seeing how that genre evolved or devolved, as the case may be. And then me and my buddies play. We've been playing the Gloomhaven expansion, Forgotten Circles, just to kill time until Frosthaven got here. My Frosthaven came just before Christmas. We're gonna start playing that on Fridays. Okay, so my thought here is that if I wrote down sleep/paralysis ? Without the word cure in my Ultima 6 spreadsheet experimenting with potions, that probably caused sleep or paralysis rather than curing it back then. Because otherwise, why would I have known that it did something? The only curing potion I identified was cure poison, and that's because I also identified which potion causes poison. What if now orange is just flipped? What if it went from causing sleep and paralysis to curing it? Also, what if potions turn out to be the answer? Let's find out. Okay. Great. But has Penumbra lost her... Oh. This might have also been a hint. Oh. Penumbra. Are you kidding me? She just went right back to sleep? Okay. Let's try that one again. See if I can talk to her in the brief intervening moment before she goes back to sleep. That could have also been it. Yeah. That could be what it is. That could be the result. Either way, it worked. I might have also taken it as a hint. I could have just tried the ones that were right by her first. And that would have got me there. In fact, what am I doing? Why don't I just use the one right by her right here? Okay. We're going to try to talk to her during the very brief moment that she's awake. Penumbra. The mage, having been asleep for 200 years, looks just as she did upon your last visit to Britannia. In portrait, maybe. She looks a mess. In sprite. Avatar! I cannot believe it's thee! That it's come and wake me! I knew thee would! Yeah, I thought you'd be more excited. Maybe like stay awake for several minutes. Suddenly she grabs her head in pain. Oh! She cries, mine head, the pain! What is happening? What didst thou do to me? This is probably she's slept through the decay of magic. It's probably hitting her all at once or something. What did I do? She closes her eyes and concentrates. There's a disturbance in the ether. All right. Happy trip. I'll definitely be at this a fair bit longer. I'll be here when you get back, unless the store is far, far away or you need to buy a ton of stuff. Okay, she can feel her magic powers fading. Help me, James. Help me. Okay. I know your name. I know your job. Let's just get into it. There's something wrong with the ether? The ether controls all the magic in the world. When there's a disturbance in the ether, no mage can cast successful spells. Except me. Not trying to brag. Mage might even lose his mind after a long period of time. No kidding. Must find a way to protect her from the warped ethereal waves. We gotta visit Rudy in one way or another because we need more Blackrock, right? 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 It's all coming together, right? Horance gave us the answer. We got these 4 pedestals. It's like, do I just put random things I find around on them? No. What if you did something with a plan? That's what I'll try. The plan is Blackrock. Okay. So how could I protect you? Maybe I'm overthinking this because Penumbra would just say, well, try Blackrock. She needs a barrier. There must be a material. There very much must be, Penumbra. And don't worry. The most evil of all the wizards in Britannia gave me a hint, I think. She clutches her temple. She's obviously in great pain. Dost thou know of a material that is impenetrable? I do. Yeah. What is it? It's called Black Rock. Yes, that is what we need. Thank you. Can I find a few pieces? Set it above the... Okay, great. Okay. Goodbye, Penumbra. Alright. Hang tight. You can go back to sleep if you want. It's okay. There's another awaken potion here. Okay. Alright. Things are happening. And could it have happened? Could it have finally happened? Did we glitch the hunger system? Be just grand if we did. Okay, so Mariah is the one who looks a mess. Yeah. Where are those pastries? Alright, smiling at me too sweetly. Hey, Mariah. It's always painful to see you like this. Gotta navigate through. She only sells. What do you sell? Yeah, you do. You sell spells. What day do you sell spells on, though? Which day dost thou sell thine spells upon? And she sells Could I just have asked a potion seller what all these things do? It seems really weird that there's just not a simple table in the various compendiums. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What circle am I interested in? That's a great question, Mariah. I don't want to upset you by constantly making you think I'm not going to buy anything, so I'll just look it up. Angrav, spell field, which I absolutely should have bought sooner than now. Angrav. Uh-oh. Is it an upper level spell? I'm probably still capable of it. I gained so many levels. Exploring Skara Brae. delving into Dungeon Deceit, where we killed one dragon by pure luck, because the other time I met a dragon, it effortlessly killed me. Angrav, 5th circle. I should be looking for what else, though. Is there a mass invisibility? There's individual invisibility, but what friggin' good is that? There's a create gold spell? Oh, you gotta cast it on lead. There's time stop in the 8th circle. Invisibility all, but it's 8th circle. Probably, hopefully, we don't need that. But hopefully, Angrav will play its part. 5th circle. What do you get? I'm sorry, Mariah. I don't care for any of the spells you have on offer. But it's always great to see you. You know, like, sad. I wish you had a system set up that I could dunk some Blackrock into and help your brain. But I don't think we're going to get anywhere just, like, sticking Blackrock around her room. Is this Blackrock? No, it's just a rock. How much... Am I holding any Blackrock right now? I'm certainly holding a lot of gold rock. We are rich as hell. Got a big key that I don't remember the provenance of. Well, I've got the wand that causes the Blackrock to explode. That's the Orb of the Moons, I believe, underneath there. What's this? No, I'm trying to click on this thing. Come on. The Orrery Crystal. Okay. Okay. That's all right. We got a bunch of people on the team. For better and for worse. Dilo, are you holding any Blackrock? It's not that important. We obviously need 4. And I do not have 4. Okay. We have a Blackrock. Do we have 2? 1, 2. Okay, we're off to a great start, actually. At any rate, we got to go back to Rudium because I need that spell. So let's hit the high seas. Gotta say, team, I'm loving the fact that we haven't eaten in 24 hours and nobody's mentioned it. Don't know why that's happening. But I like it well. Okay, I gotta run to the washroom. So hang tight, gang. I'm gonna take a brief intermission. We'll go talk to Rudium. Hopefully he has Angrav. And we'll be back in business. Either trying to help, we'll go back and help Penumbra. Maybe she can sell us Angrav. And we'll go, hopefully, back to Skara Brae and see what we can do with Angrav against the Liche. Hang tight, gang. Alright. We are back in business. Oh. Clicking the game window before I start pressing the keys. Here we go. Alright. Well, maybe I will successfully hit the port at Cove. But failing that, we'll just get back to Britain and we'll jog to Cove. Won't take long. This feels like I've gone astray. But hey, while we're here, is there a murder island that we haven't discovered yet? No. If I didn't have so much money right now, I would have stopped at the murder island. While we're in Moonglow. Uh-oh. Stay away, sea creatures. Ah, okay. Well, the dream is dead. Yep, we're all very hungry. Or kind of hungry. Gangplank is blocked. Alright. Folks, just hang tight. Just let us get to port. Ah. Yep, team, come on. I've heard your concerns and I respect them, but we also got a job to do here. We can eat once we, get off the ship. What? Why do you folks want to eat so much while we're on a ship at sea and sailing quite erratically? Do you just find it more fun to be a little nauseous while you're eating? Okay. All right, team. Let's get the food bags out. Spark, what do you got? Lots of meat. All right. Specifically mutton. All right. Hope everyone's looking forward to a big side of mutton. I love mutton. Elo loves his mutton. Prey thinks this mutton is quite tasty. Jana finds the mutton tasty. Saramid thinks it tastes pretty good. All right. Bam. Unanimous. The mutton from Paws. You get it right from the butcher shop. It's good mutton. Jerky. It's got nothing on this mutton. Okay. Jog to Cove. Won't take long. I have so much money now, I ought to buy a horse and cart. It doesn't take long enough to travel over land by foot to make me really want to feel the need for a vehicle, even if it'd be fun to have a vehicle. I also really ought to, won't be today. Someday soon, maybe I should make an attempt to find that magic carpet near the serpent's spine. Because I do love the magic carpet. Okay. Where's poor Rudium? Right here. You found Rudium when the... I don't know how to describe this music. But, okay. Rudium. Who art thou? Oh, I remember. You do, of course. That's great. I was just here, though, to ask you about... Yeah, magic sucks. But, as the Avatar, I'm great at magic and everything. I do. The fifth circle. Shit. No luck. Okay. Who else sells spells? Who else have I met who sells spells? Okay, fingers crossed for Penumbra. Alright, I'm going to take some of your black rock, pal. But it's for a good cause. No? Why not? Oh no. Is what I thought was 2 pieces of black rock. Okay, we only had 1. That's okay. There's clearly 4 here. Won't fit. Will it implausibly fit in the potion bag? Okay. Hopefully it doesn't break any of the vials. Well, you tried, Elo. Hey, Saramed. I know you're pretty weighed down with money. Actually, looks like the Avatar is holding most of the team's money right now. Okay. Okay, here we go. Run back. I wonder if at some point when we're not engaged in an important quest, which I guess we always are, but when there's not something so urgent, like saving the fine folk of Skara Brae from their eternal torment, so that we can complete a chain of fetch quests. When there's not something so important on the go, I really ought to try like getting Dupre drunk. He's always, like, ever since he joined the team, he will not shut up about how he wishes he was drunk. Or at least a little tipsy. One fortunate thing that happened to me this, I know, buddy. One fortunate thing that happened to me this Christmas was just that fewer of my loved ones, it's still a significant number, but significantly fewer were like, guy likes rum cream. Let's all get him I just had so much rum cream and whiskey cream last Christmas. And it's just like, well, I gotta feel obliged to get through it, but like, sorry, whoa. That was a sea serpent. That was not a, everything else I've seen has just been like kraken tentacles. Giant squid tentacles. At any rate, we have no cannon. Not really clear on how we're supposed to fight the things in the sea. Alright, here's good old Moonglow. I think. If only we had Shimino here. That's Moonglow off starboard. Or whatever he might say. We'll say the official role-playing reason. Ah! What the hell? Why have I seen none of these things the entire game? Now they're harrying me up and down the coast. Is this even the right place? Can check the old sextant in a minute, I suppose. I don't think it is. I think this is probably the southern tip. Okay. Hold on. ELO. Is this ELO? Yeah. Oh. 123 south, 102 east. Okay. Busting out the map. 123 south. Okay. I have overshot badly here. Shouldn't be too hard on myself for having navigational troubles in an incomprehensible sea travel user interface. But this seems to be New Maginsa. I went way too far south. So I gotta go northward a bit and east. Northeast, east. Oh, come on. Stop filling me with dread. Why are the birds... Oh, come on. I hate these birds. Why are the birds suddenly attacking us? Well, at any rate, we've reached our destination. Thank you, Elo. Could you just do that instead of give me a condescending lecture? Well, here we are. Okay. Trying to remember. I think I've met someone else who sells spells. I don't think the guy near you is still alive. Or has he been mentioned? That old mystic? I'll check my notes. We gotta get this on Grav spell. There's also places I haven't been. Could look into those. Ah, Fellowship Hall. I do not need a recruitment speech right now. Okay. There's Penumbra's house. Alright. She's sleeping soundly. Let's, we'll return her things. Oh. To the... Just, you know, scattered around. Okay. Wait, was this a... It's just a ring. Right, just a gold ring. Not a ring of invisibility or anything cool like that. Okay. Elo's got most of the black rock, right? And then Saramed has one. Wait a minute, was that a second one? Oh yeah. He's got two. And then put one in the potion sack, right? Yeah. Wait, I put two in there. Okay, so I took more Blackrock than I needed, but that's not bad because you never know when using what I originally learned about Blackrock, that Rudium's wand causes it to explode, will be helpful. Okay. Well, that's obviously the thing we needed to do in entirety. Now, do I have the orange potion? I do. Good morning, Penumbra. Feeling better? Whoops. This was a mistake, Elo. I didn't mean to do this. I was just thinking, Elo, this bed didn't look comfortable. I was testing it out. It is uncomfortable. I guess it might be good for your posture. Okay. Penumbra's back in business. So, when we get to the Moonglow chart, delete this little hint here about the waking her up quest. It's not relevant anymore. We've gotten into her home and we've woken her up. Okay. She feels much better. The pain is ebbing. Okay, so you're Penumbra. What have you been up to? She's a practicing mage. When she gets her business going again, she should be able to sell spells and reagents. After all, I have been asleep for 200 years. Can I help with that? Is there anything... Okay. Okay. What do you think of this Blackrock stuff? It's working. It's great. No more pain from the ether. So yeah, the ether's all messed up. But we need to destroy what's causing the problem. That makes sense. She thinks a moment. Feel that the damaged ethereal waves are coming from a source very near here. Dungeon Deceit? Suspect there is something in a dungeon on these islands that is creating the havoc. Try Dungeon Deceit. Have a strong sense that thy goal is there. She closes her eyes a moment. In my mind's eye, I see a large object shaped like a tetrahedral. I am beginning to understand what this is. So a tetrahedron. Like, I'm not looking for a hexahedron. Yeah, I was wondering if we could drill down on that. You could tell me something more about it. It's a magic generator. It damages the flow of ether. It's producing dangerous ethereal waves. Okay. I must find the Ethereal Ring and where to break the... Okay, of course. Use the Ethereal Ring to break the tetrahedral in Dungeon Deceit. Now, where is the ring? Great question. Consult some books, references with a map. It's last in the possession of King Draxinusum of the Gargoyles. One of the settlements we haven't gone to yet is the dedicated gargoyle home, which is called, let me look at the map for a moment, Terpin. Looks to be the island. It's like, it's sort of where Blackrock's castle was, but it looks much bigger than that island was. But that could have been a terraforming project. Okay. When I found the ring, bring it back to her. She'll perform an enchantment on it so that it works for me. Blackthorn, yes. Black rock is the thing that we just put around here. So how's Draxinusum doing? He's still kicking? Find him on Turfin. Oh, I pronounced it Turpin, but it's Turfin. Okay. Ask him about the ring. Of course. Okay. Are you ready to open up your shop again, though? No. Okay. So we can't, I don't think, thus far, resume with our quest in Skara Brae, which is a shame. Because, you know, every day at midnight their souls get a little more drained. Which is at least not a conscious trauma for most of them. But, I mean, I can't imagine any of them are greatly benefiting from the practice. And obviously, you know, our blacksmith is being consumed by great pain and anger. Every moment of his existence, the tortured one is quite tortured. We don't have the option of just saying, dude, it's the mayor's fault. And bringing him relief. Okay. Hold on a sec then. Let me look here at my spreadsheet. If the wizard is still there, and I don't think he is, what's his name? Go back to the Ultima sheet. Ultima 6 sheet. In Ultima 6, the mystic's name... I never wrote it down after I found him. Great. Thanks, past me. So maybe he's still there and he's a spell seller? Maybe a gargoyle sells spells. Maybe Penumbra's the only one who can sell me on Grav. And we have some things to do. Before we can continue that quest. Okay. Well, hey, making progress. And we gotta go have some conversations with gargoyles on the Isle of Turpin. A terrifying amount is happening in the control group save, where I am reasonably confident that I did the ritual right, but as far as I know, there's only one item of the special potion ingredient. Okay, so if I went west till I hit the shore of New Magintia and then south, I would get there. Did what's his name on New Magintia sell spells? The same guy who's all the sage, Alagnar? I don't think he did, but I don't know. Let's go over. See if we can pull up to the northern dock of New Magintia here. Ooh, it's a fancy ship. It's got an elaborate prow. If I recall correctly, Alagnar's sagery is in the north here. There's the shipwright, of course. The humble shipwright. Not the absurd shipwright who's no good at building ships, but is totally down to have a monument built in his honor. I don't really get the fellowship scheme surrounding building a monument in an honor to a mediocre shipwright. Is it just about humiliating, just the kind of authoritarian thing where getting people to agree with obvious absurdities is part of how you assert power and control over them? Hey, Alagnar. No. Yeah, you want to learn to know all things. Do you know the Angrav spell? No, he doesn't. Okay. Thanks for nothing. My journeys have been very profitable, sir. Don't worry. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, right. Sorry. Thanks, Saramed. Good catch, buddy. Okay. If we shoot straight south, we should hit an island. The island of Terfin. Home of the Gargoyles. Primary home. Obviously, we have seen Gargoyles integrated into... Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone, Mr. Serpent. Alright, so this is probably the Isle of Terfin. Do the Gargoyles have docks? Oh, come on. I hope that's not the sea serpent casting lightning as opposed to just regular lightning striking. If I have a magical foe pursuing me, casting deadly spells at us, that's not ideal. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. Thanks, Gargoyles, for giving us a place to park. Those birds, for whatever reason, aren't evil and violent birds. My favorite kind of birds, in fact. The kind that don't attack me on sight. Brushed up on thy Gargish? I was hoping that... Oh no, it's nighttime. Well, you know what? We got a lot of money. If we can make it to the Gargoyle Inn on time. Oh no. I can't effortlessly read that word. 1 second. Things that look like K's are P's. Okay. Provisioner. Or provisions. Not quite what we're looking for. Hopefully soon. Is this an inn? This seems inn-ish. No, it's just a tavern. You know what? The Gargoyles are a straightforward folk. They won't mind if we sleep in the dirt. Ah, you know, it's also still daytime. Why don't we just start meeting them? It's not a problem if they're all just asleep. But we're going to rest soon, Spark, or whoever said that. You see an aged gargoyle, bent and withered, with a regal bearing. He smiles gently. Did we hit Drax and Newsom on the first go? At any rate, I got to set up my spreadsheet. New one called Terfin. Should go right before Trinsic and right after Skara Brae. Name, job, info. Make the info sheet wider. Excellent. Highlight a sufficient number of cells. Apply text wrapping to them. Here we go. What is thy name? To have been many years. To be our old acquaintance, James. Jackson Newsom. Alright. It's a sign. Alright. Come on, man. Just tell me you're just holding the ring. Just like, here it is. I thought you might need it. I knew it was important. Gargoyles are more responsible than Gargish leaders are just more responsible than human leaders. I got it right here for you. You're still the king? To ask about job? To be unable to say that I truly have one at this time. To notice how the young ones no longer look to me for guidance anymore. Oh. To look more to Terragus, or more often to those in the Fellowship. Oh, the fucking Fellowship. Man. Yikes. Who's Terragus? To be truly a fine young gargoyle. To be one of the most sensible, too. To have seen fit to adhere to the old ways, the ways of the altars. To see that some of the youngest still look up to him. But with the majority to have been wooed away by the glamour of the Fellowship. The glamour of... Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Really sorry to hear what you just said. Inamo, for anyone who doesn't remember. The gargoyle who was incidentally killed in the ritual killing of Spark's father in the inciting incident. I noticed to some dismay that there hasn't been a ring keyword yet. I want to believe that, there hasn't been some malfunction here. Oh, it's kind of chilly in this room. No, it's not. It says it's 20 degrees. I'm just chilly. Gotta get the blood flowing. Okay. 20 degrees Celsius for any American viewers who are like, it's 20 degrees. What is wrong with you Canadians? You're okay with an indoor temperature of 20 degrees? To seem not dangerous, but not to be following the old ways, the ways of passion, diligence, and control. I mean, there are some connections, I think, between the Fellowship philosophy and the Gargoyle philosophy. Worthiness precedes reward. Certainly seems kind of related to the idea of the unity of passion, diligence, and control. Also, they're obviously evil and want some kind of, they have some sinister plan for control. To feign worship to the shrines here in Turfin, of course, especially to control, but not yet to trust them, to wait and see. To have forceful leaders who espouse doctrines of submission. He shrugs. To be genuinely inspired, perhaps, and perhaps not. That's one that I'm honestly, jury's still out for me. Like, I got a bad feeling about these Fellowship people, but they could be bad and sincere. So yeah, Turfin. Seems like a nice enough place, what I've seen so far, which is just you. To be quite comfortable for our needs. To be, however, unfortunate that it was thought necessary to isolate us from the humans. Yeah, that is unfortunate. To have engendered resentment and tension in our younger generations. That's fair. I just want to say, Gargish power, I'm here totally on your side against the unfortunate racism of Britannians. And the young ones don't remember the old days when everyone had to work together to survive. Yikes. Did you give up much when you... Yeah, I bet. Leaving your home behind? Okay. Tell me about giving up. Yeah. Possessions aren't everything, though. To especially regret selling my Ethereal Ring. I especially regret that as well, now that you mention it. I shouldn't be instrumental, though. This is an old friend. We're catching up. To have sold most of my treasures when we were asked, shall we say, to move to the island. To have all happened rather quickly, you see. To have sold most to the Sultan of Spektran. I did notice a weird place on the map that I was like, I should, at some point here, Spektran is a small island to the northwest here. Hold on. What does Batlin say about it in his Book of the Fellowship? Let's find out. The sparse Isle of Spektran is ruled by the notorious Sultan of Spektran. The Sultan is renowned for his unfriendliness to outsiders, and Spektran is not recommended to travelers. That doesn't sound promising. Okay. My goodness. So, this Sultan, what do you think of him? To have seemed nice enough for a human, to be a bit mad he is. Even for a human. To tell you he lives on an island just to the west of us. To know, at least, that my prized possessions would be safe in his hands. What makes you think that? To be rumored to have one of the best guarded vaults in all of Britannia. To be supposedly enchanted. To know not details. Well, I'll ask him myself. And the Ethereal Ring was among the things you sold there? Ah, to be indeed a lovely treasure. To have been quite useful. A shame to have been, really, to have had to sell it. To have been one of my favorites. Okay, presumably he would have told me right there if he sold it to somebody else. So, yeah. If we could circle back around, I heard you mention the name of Inamo of Trinsic. To be a fine young gargoyle, raised by Tergus, keeper of the altars. To have left town because of the tension between the altar worshippers and the fellowship. To have been angry and distrustful of the fellowship. To have news of him. I've got all the news there ever shall be of him, my friend. To be excellent. To have seen him? To know how he is faring? To be well? To be terrible news. To have been such a fine gargoyle. To know Tergus will be heartbroken. To be wishing not for him to grieve, but to take to him the news immediately. To be better to hear it from you. Are you sure? I mean, I'll deliver the news, because I do literally everything around here, but would it not be better for him to hear it from you? Or anybody who he has met before? Yeah, so what do you think of these people? The fellowship is directed by two winged brethren, to be called Runeb and Quan. Presumably those are the local leaders, because we haven't heard their names. What's Runeb like? To me, in your language, red mist. To have been given that name because that is all he leaves behind of an adversary in battle. Before his conversion by the fellowship, to have been known as a particularly cruel and dangerous gargoyle. Yikes. What about this Quan? Is he the nice one? To be an interesting one. To be a strong, powerful personality. To be, from one of the families, most able to claim noble lineage in our society. To have been always most self-serving, striving only to gain status and wealth for himself. I can see why he's a fit for the fellowship. To have certainly changed his tune since joining the fellowship. Do have my doubts, however, that his goals have changed as well. Well, I don't know if you've heard about the doctrine of sanguine cognition. Alright. I'm really sorry to have been the bearer of bad news, but thank you for the lead on the ring. Absolutely. Oh, we'll stop by, hopefully, at some point. Well, geez. Now it's just all about just saying hi to folks. A frowning gargoyle. What's your name, sir? To be named Silamo. Okay, Silamo. So, these are kind of the same question in Gargash. But what does the name Silamo mean? To know my name, if I were winged, he scowls at you. I'm sorry, what? Oh, you're saying that I'm personally... Is he accusing me of being discriminatory towards the wingless? Because I feel like I've always tried to treat wingless and winged gargoyles equally. And with dignity and respect. What do you do? To be the gardener, nothing more. So does Salamo mean gardener? Anyway, you take care. The working day's over. To greet you, human, the gargoyle says to Dupre. To ask how well the study is progressing? Why, 'tis progressing nicely, friend Forbrock. Forbrock. The gargoyle tending bar lifts the tankard to you. Oh. So you're Forbrock. What do you do? He gestures around the room with an open hand to serve food and drink at the Hall of Refreshment. Awesome. I'll definitely be buying something from you at some point, but we're still working our way through this mud. Absolutely just a pleasure to meet you, though, Mr. Forbrock. The bartender. Take care. I wish you well as well. This winged gargoyle's in his physical prime, and he looks really, really sophisticated too. Hail, human! To be welcome to the host of the altars. To be helpful to you. Oh no, this is Terragus. And also, you're in the pub after work, man. Obviously, the tensions of having the daily schedules programmed for every NPC and how much dialogue do we really want to write for this game lead to some of these moments where characters don't seem to know where they are or what they're doing. What's your name? To be called Terragus. Okay. Putting it off would just be for me. It wouldn't be for him. Drax Newsom said it himself. The sooner he knows, the sooner he can, start healing. Do you have a son named Inamo? To miss him greatly, to have raised him from an egg, to have been rather vocal in his disagreements with the fellowship, to have felt it safer for him to leave. He sighs, then looks up hopefully. To have news of him? Oh, do I ever. To be well? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to tell you this. To be not well? It'd be terrible. To think there's anything to do to help? Oh, man. Why couldn't we just have had the murdered keyword? Like we did with Drax and Newsom? No. Too late. To mean what by too late? To tell me what has happened. He seems very distraught. Yeah. This is not my fault, because I'm just clicking the keywords that are offered to me. But oh my goodness, what a cruelly drawn out way to get to the point here. Wrong place at the wrong time. To be murdered. To be unbelievable. To have no real enemies. Well, you did say that he was an opponent of the Fellowship, who I do think did the murder, but is it better or worse to be like, I think he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time? He was killed as an afterthought. To tell me, please, exactly what happened. I tell him. He sighs again. To be such a waste of gargoyle life. To be grateful if you would send news, if you discover who was responsible for wanting him dead. I don't think yeah. He's quiet for a few moments, getting accustomed to the situation. To apologize. To need some time for grief. To grieve. Please come back later. turns away. Ouch. The gargoyle has a pleasant expression on his face. He must not have overheard the conversation we just had. And let's use our private voices for this conversation, so that Terragus there can. Oh man. Anyway, hold on. Terragus, Altkeeper, please send word if you find out who slew my son, my child. Son doesn't really make sense in the context of a not sexually digamous species. What's your name, sir? Inforlum. And what does that mean? To mean make strong one. I think we've met the trainer, huh? What do you do? To train others in Turfin to be strong and powerful. To sell some weapons also. Excellent. Tomorrow morning, maybe we'll swing Dupre by, and others. We got a lot of money to spend. We can get our strength stats up at last. I should have anticipated. Because I thought, probably also the Serpent's Hold will have a trainer who does strength, because they're all about being, mighty, courageous warriors. But I should have anticipated the Gargoyles, who are, real big buff dudes. Buff folks. Neither dudes nor dudettes. Would do the thing. The training of the strength. 1 second. I need to look at something in my settings. Oh, okay. Perfect. Okay, cool. So, yeah, you like it here in Turf? There are troubles here, but be unaware of the causes and solutions. Oh yeah, No, you don't want to elaborate? Tell you, Forbrak knows much about Turfin and its residents. And, he says, about its conflicts. Oh yeah, tell me about Forbrak. He's the tavern keeper. Yeah, I met him. He didn't mention anything about conflicts. Do you? To know of the conflicts between the altars and the fellowship, but to have no information. To suggest you see Quan, the fellowship leader here, and ask him. Yeah, he sounds like a terrible guy, but I probably am going to go talk to him at some point. I assume he's terrible, because he's part of the fellowship. I don't like that. I am a member. Just not in good standing. You will see me again. Absolutely. At crack of dawn. I know, buddy. But let's go around and see what the other places around here are. Yeah, what is this one? Oh, right. Provisioner. That's good. That's good. There's the tavern. Here is the trainer. That's where we'll find Inforlum in the morning. Here's just somebody's home. Now this seems like a shop of some kind. Gargoyle jewelry. Okay, it's a jeweler. Or there's potions too. We'll come back here in the hopes that in the morning, in the hopes that whatever gargoyle lives there knows spells. Now we're going way to the east. This road kind of takes us away from the main settlement. Maybe I should save. Just in case I'm heading into a disaster here. But I'm curious. Curiosity does cause the death of cats at times. But we're not cats. Where do these roads go? What a long walk to just a home. Just a regular private home. Okay, just someone who likes to keep to themselves. That's fine. Why shouldn't they? And here we have this could be kind of gargoyle I wanted to meet. Oh, it's Sultan. Oh, of course. I should have realized. The gardening tools. I saw the flowers and my mind went, plants, herbs, reagents. But those aren't reagents. It's not the catchiest form of the saying, David, but... Curiosity, the source of the deaths of many a cat. To ask what you need, human. I'm sorry, didn't mean to bother you. Don't go back to work. Get some sleep. That's what I'm gonna do. Just out here in the dirt, if you don't mind. I think this was where my bedroll was? No. Is this the bedroll? It's a torch. Of course it is. Yes. I got to the part of Live Alive, which I've been playing on Saturdays. I got to the part of it where you do a more conventional JRPG story with like knights and stuff, and they used a really weird, like, it's not imitating early modern English, but it is strange dialect that I don't really recognize as any particular type of dialect. It was weird, but anyway, they might say curiosity, the cause of deaths of many cats, or some such.
Yes, my friend, rest and heal, so that you are strong and able to face the perils before you. Pleasant dreams.
Yikes. I indulged yesterday in reading one of the CRPG Addict's entries on Ultima 7. I read the second one on the theory that the second one isn't going to go anywhere I haven't gone, so it's not going to reveal anything. But the first one might, because it'll have a preamble where he might speak freely of like past experiences playing the game. And one thing I noticed in the screenshots that he interspersed throughout that entry was that he the Guardian was actually appearing, like his face was showing up superimposed on the screen during those weird Guardian interjections, and they were being spelled out, which is just not happening to me. I think I like the way it's happening for me better, so that's not a big deal, but it's still kind of strange. Okay, is the trainer up and at him? This isn't the trainer. This is the scroller? No. I'm missing something. Hold on. Come on. Where is... There it is. Okay. SC, and then that one, the flag one is H. Scholar. Ooh. And trainer. The scholar and the trainer share a space. Not at work yet. Thought maybe the gargoyles were a little bit more had a bit more up and at 'em. Up and adder to it than the other Britannians. This is the healer. I don't think we need a healer, but it's good to know he's there. Here's just some gargoyle. He's at home. Oh, it's Draxanusum. No, sorry to bother you. Ah, it makes me sad that you're lonely, my man. Some gargoyles are waking up, opening the shades, looking hither and thither, hither and yon. Not our boy, though. And the scholar is nowhere to be seen. Is he also the scholar? Well, if need be, it looks like it won't be hard for us to acquire breakfast. Ooh, do they sell any unique provisions? Probably not. The shop seems to be open. Gargoyle welcomes you with a sweeping motion of his open hand. What's your name, sir? To be named Bitra. To be new to Turfin? Fairly new. Tell you to talk to Terragus. Oh, I have. It got heavy. Because I knew that his son has been murdered. Sage. Or Forbrack, the tavern keeper, for information about town. Absolutely. Help with building locations and residents. Absolutely. You like it here in Turfin? To be the town set aside for us gargoyles who wish to reside in our own culture. It was set aside, but put up here by the humans. To be permitted to leave and also to reside elsewhere, but to know that many humans do not like us. Yeah. Like the Vesperians especially. To be very ironic, to say that the only town with an equal number of humans and gargoyles is the one where most racial conflicts occur. That is ironic, because on the one hand, obviously, some integration is necessary for racial conflict, but it's not the most balanced and equally integrated societies, or even like areas, regions of society that do show the highest level. It's the imbalance usually, I think. Probably. No, the unwisdom here is that there wasn't more of an effort made by my old friend Lord British, the illustrious and ever-ruling monarch here. Like, there had to be some more proactive effort. Anyway, okay. So what does your name mean? Does it mean provisioner? To be the word for small valor. Oh, cool. What do you do here? He sells provisions. Obviously, he got that job after he did something that showed small valor. Yeah. Yeah, you have your own principles and virtues. I remember learning about them. Yeah. Yep. I agree. 9 to 6. Okay. You're still just getting set up. I don't want to bother you. Should have slept for 10 hours. It's never the right move to take a normal sleep. I don't want to wake and foil them up to train us. So let's just keep looking and see what things are. Oh my. Recreation. Center. It's a rec center. Excuse me. This contented looking gargoyle with just a really cool, freaky face. Hey pal, what's your name? Quaven. Okay, so this is not Quan. Oh, I didn't write down the name of Small Valor there. I'll have to ask him his name again, which is kind of rude. For now, I'll just note his job as provisioner. Okay. Tell me about your name. What does it mean? Problem finder. You're an observant one. Okay, cool. What do you do? He runs the rec center. He knows lots of facts. Cool. So mostly just beating on the practice dummies here? Yeah, exercise. That's good. I saw the dummies, the training dummies. That's great. How about the learning center part? It's in the same building. Provides an excellent atmosphere for strengthening gargoyle minds. Strong mind, strong body. Large supply of books and educational material. That's cool. That's great. What do you think of the Fellowship? Do you want to know about the organization or the tenets? Tell me about the organization. To be a group of spiritual seekers striving to reach the highest levels of gargoyle potential. That's a parochial view. To share with all gargoyles and humans. They share their tenets and material well-being. What do you mean by material well-being? It's like a communist thing? Support financially and personally a poorhouse in Pause. To organize feasts and festivals in Britannia to help morale. To be a much-needed group by all gargoyles and men. To have needed the Fellowship myself. You needed the Fellowship. I had a poor life before the Fellowship. To have been pained, ignored, and mistreated by many. Oh. To be happy now in my new life. And to hope to hear the voice soon. Oh. I gotta warn you. This voice sucks, man. To be bringing happiness to another's life soon. I'm sure you're bringing happiness to people's lives by running the rec center. Do you know, I've been all over Britannia, and not a single one of these enlightened human villages is providing a rec center? But who is this other? He continues on excitedly. To be working on my first convert. To know the joy and well-being I will bring. To feel content and happy. You're working on it. Need a little more persuasion. He looks down. But to be almost ready to join. Who is this convert? To be Betra the Provisioner. To feel confident he will join soon. Oh yeah. And you haven't heard this voice? It's a good voice that helps you make choices and to help win on Buccaneer's Den. Oh, I can tell you that. You just gotta save and just reload every time that you don't win. To reload the save until the right rat wins the race. No, that's fine. That's close enough to Gargish dialect. To apply an optimistic order of thought through the triad of inner strength. Tell me about the triad. I just want to hear the pitch in Gargish. To be the three concepts of strive for unity, trust your brother. Shouldn't the Gargoyles say to be the three concepts of to strive for unity, to trust your brother, and to believe that worthiness precedes reward? Well, thank you for being concise, at least. I also hope that you are happy, even after I bring down the Fellowship from within. I hope you're still able to find purpose. What kind of literature do they have here? Brommer's Britannia. It's a detailed description of Britannia and the nearby islands. Oh, and a map. There's where the Sultan lives. Spektran. Here's our poor dead Skara Brae. Yep. Alright. Thanks, Brommer, for including that helpful map. Can't read this letter. Encyclopedia Britannia. But I'm bumped. Brommer's fauna. Oh, Brommer. Okay. I think that's enough of this for now. Hopefully, we killed enough time in the rec center for Inforland to get it. Should not have dared to dream so wildly. When can we rest? We just rested all night, or at least I did. I don't know what you folks all do. Hey, Betra. Quaven said he's trying to convert you to be a likable young gargoyle. I thought so. Are you going to join the Fellowship, though? To join the Fellowship. To be an organization not for me. To be quite happy as I am, devoted to the altars. To believe Quaven to have been misled by the others in the Fellowship. Yeah, his heart's in the right place. Do not trust them, especially Sarpling. Oh, who's this Sarpling? To trust him as far as I could throw him, and to certainly throw him as far as I could. That's a good turn of phrase. Well done. All right. I should add Betra's name while it's still in my brain here. Okay, very good. Yeah, and you think they've misled poor Quaven? Oh, let me tell you, I'm filled with suspicion. I think they murdered Anamo. Absolutely. That's kind of how a lot of these kind of societies work back where I'm from. Just convincing people that somehow the good things that happen in their life come from the organization. But you like the altars. To have heard the rumors about destroying the altars. To be upset, but to have no evidence. To know that only 2 gargoyles have access to such weapons. To be one of those gargoyles, and to know Sarpling is the other. There's a scheme afoot to destroy the altars. The altars, the gargoyles, I assume. Or perhaps they've already been destroyed. Based on what we know about well, we don't know anything. The person who could tell us the most about the altars is obviously, and very fairly so, distracted by the whole thing where his son was murdered. Alright, let's go get the hard sell on the Fellowship in a weird infinitive-based dialect. Oh, good morning. Oh, I didn't even see you when I came in. Which one are you? Oh, okay. This has got to be the big one. Not Quan. What's your name, sir? Runeb. Oh yeah. Does that mean big scary motherfucker? Cool. What does your name mean? I mean busy one. Sarcastically. I don't know if I like gargoyles being sarcastic. He's a Fellowship clerk. Cool. So you're a big believer in the tenets of the Fellowship? Oh, wow. Okay, jeez. Take care, jerk. To be welcome, human. To need assistance. Well, I'm investigating things. Who are you? Quan. How about that? I had a feeling. So your reputation precedes you. What does your name mean? I have no meaning in Gargish. To be a special name, specific to me. Well, that's good, I guess. What do you do? You're the head of the Fellowship. Hold on. Fellowship clerk. Fellowship head. Cool. So you like it here in Turfin? It's the only gargoyle city. Fewer gargoyles in the land than during your last visit to Britannia, human. No, because my last visit to Britannia predated the gargoyles moving in. So, and I killed every single gargoyle that I met in Britannia at the time. But I didn't know that you guys weren't evil. It's a whole thing. We all learned a lot last time around. So, fewer gargoyles though. Like overall. Disease and famine. Yeah. Gargoyles breed less frequently. We're not at time to make up for losses in our population. Have new hope, however, with the Fellowship. Oh yeah. Fellowship's going to fix everything? Tell me more about how the gargoyles are doing though. Yeah, I've talked to both of them. Yeah, sure, of course. You like the Fellowship? It's a boon to gargoyles and humans alike. Or is it a curse? A philosophy that helps everyone reach their highest potential. Tell me about it. And then tell me about these horrible conflicts. To be very similar to the Altar of Singularity. to have 3 principles called the Triad of Inner Strength. I actually did think that it did sound kind of similar to your singularity philosophy, but worse, because I do not like this organization. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, and again, I'm a skeptic here, but I was just saying that. How are things going with these altars? To understand not. Oh, really? Alright, well, may you find unity as well. Hey, Runeb. You willing to give up some more information? To ask what you need? Never mind. You rude jerk. Okay. This is the Gargoyle Jeweler, of course. Excuse me. Excuse me. Ah, shutting the windows. Could you just hold still? There we go. A very distraught gargoyle. What's your name? To be able to call me Sarpling. I've heard terrible things about you, Sarpling. Troubling rumors. Oh, I can't even ask him about his name. What do you do? Magics and items. Well, okay. You like it here in Turfin? No, I know that. I'm just hoping for your... Okay. What do you think of being a gargoyle? Kwan is the leader. You believe he gives good advice. He appears thoughtful. You have spoken to Drax and Newsom? I have. To see Forbeck or Quaven, then. To know they see all the citizens regularly. What do you think of the Fellowship? It's an important part of your life. You support them fully. So fully that you are scheming to destroy the altars of the Singularity? Ah, I shouldn't pry. Can you teach me the reagents or jewelry or potions? I was hoping you could sell me a spell. Take care. I guess it's good to meet you, Sarpling. Have fun with your windows. Oh. The training all. Are we up and at 'em? We are. Hey, Inforlum. Remind me what you do. You're the trainer. That's what I like to hear. Wait, hold on. What weapons do you sell? Purchase what item? Nah, nothing. To be accepted. You take the news much better than some that I've met. Hang tight just 1 second. You will see me again, momentarily. But obviously, I should look at the effect this has on my stats. Wait a minute, hold on. Ho-ho! It only just occurred to me that I should try the classic Z for stats hotkey. I can cut out the middleman here. Does that carry through? Of course not. Alright. Well, that's not all that much. It's actually literally no more efficient for checking anyone's stats but the avatars. C'est la vie. Obviously, the avatar wants to get some strength training as well. And he's at 21 for strength. Okay. I'm pleased to see you. You are the trainer. Will you train? A better warrior or mage? Ah, to be a better warrior, please. A scholar and a warrior. 30 gold? I got gold for days. Dupre would like to... No, I'll train... Dupre. Who had 21 or 22 strength. Oh, no. Intense weightlifting. Target practice with throwing axes. Dupre gets better in physical prowess and hand-eye coordination. You will. Especially if that was what I thought it was. Dex and strength. I like it well. Just to... Let's verify this though. Okay. I'm at 18 and 21. Wait, and what was my combat? 22. 18, 21, 22. And I'm pleased to still be here. I would like to be a better warrior. That is alright. Me, the avatar. Boom. Heck yeah. Ah, jeez. Well, I got this scrawny little kid that I've been dragging around. He could use some meat on his bones. We can all have a training session here for our strength. It's gym day together. So Jana, Saramed, and Elo are the ones waiting. Good for you, Jana. Better warrior, please. Elo will train. Go easy on him. He's very old and decrepit. And this guy, he's kind of he's the newbie in the group. Well, Spark is too, but we feel like Spark is much closer to us because we met him right after his father died. Took responsibility for him. Okay, everyone had a training session. So we're all feeling good, feeling limber. I'll be stiff tomorrow. But today we're feeling great. Check the inventory situation. Yeah, Spark's low on mutton, but I believe Elo also had mutton. Sure, but only one meal's worth of mutton. And we're loaded with cash still. So, let's go talk to Forbrock. Hey, Forbrock. Remind me what you do. Yeah, I know. Can I buy some food? We do love flounder. 2 gold for 1 portion? That's a good price. Take 12 flounder. ELO just loves... When ELO opens his bag to get anything, potion, doesn't matter. If he's just hit with a strong smell of dried flounder, just makes his day. I assume the avatar is carrying a fair bit too, now that I'm a bit stronger. Increased carrying capacity, all that. What else is there here in Turfin before we get going? Right, the healer. There's the rec center. The fellowship hall. This is the Hall of... The last one's not going to just come to me, I don't think. Hall of Knowledge. Never mind. Came to me almost instantaneously after I went to the effort of looking at the thing. Okay. Can anyone here teach us spells? I bet not. Ah, sorry, buddy. I was actually trying to open the door. Didn't mean to get you excited for a conversation. The Book of Prophecy. Oh, hey. Boy, did that book cause a lot of problems for me. And also, we determined it was a false prophecy. So why did they... Shouldn't there be like a disclaimer on it now? If they're going to put it on display in the Hall of Knowledge. The Book of Forgotten Mantras. Ak, Hor, Kra, Mao, Detra, Sa, Nok, Spunk. A, Mi, A, Zyop, Yof, Ow, Ta, Gu, Si, Yam, and Vil. Oh, good, there's more. Wez, Foret, Azg, Sem, Tex, Az, Hey, Hey, Hodis, Ni, Bow, Fez, Upa, Hewitt, Swearer, Xes, Lad, Zb, Bok, Mar, Sak, Sis, Blah, Swoo. And it goes on like that. Hello, Keeper of the Halls of Knowledge. Hey, Waffle Syrup. I'm not going to stop and read every book that tells me some important lore about Britannia. But I will read every last word of a book of nonsense words. That's the difference you get with my Ultima streams. All kinds of Ultima stuff that I just don't care about. I don't care about engaging with the economy or doing anything with the sandbox whatsoever. Sorry, Richard Garriott. I know you worked hard. But if it's unrelated to my quest, I don't care that I can do it. So the only time I'm ever going to make thread was the one time you told me that I needed thread. But if you put some silly words somewhere, I will say all of them out loud. Hey, it's good to see you. You care for the altars? It is an important position. What kinds of trouble are going on? I heard some bad things about the altars. Many disagreements in town lately. Tension between the followers of the principles of the altars and the followers of the fellowship. Heard rumors of threats to the altars. Yeah, about these rumors. Someone in town is planning to destroy the physical representations of the altars. Aren't the altars themselves the physical representations of the principles? To be not the same, of course, is actually destroying the basic principles of control, passion, and diligence. But to be bad for us nonetheless. To be finding out for us who is planning this, if there is time, perhaps. To return to me with evidence when you determine course of action. To be very grateful for your assistance. Let's add to the active quests chart. There's so much going on in this game. It took some time. Like, there was never a point where the game needed to fully win me over. Because as I've been saying from the start, make it as janky as you want. If I can go around Britannia and talk to the Britannians and figure out how to help their problems, I'm having a great time. But in the last few weeks, and a big step up when we get to the Skara Brae chapter, the game has really won me over to being okay. I see why this is a beloved game, despite the fact that a lot of its actual gameplay doesn't really work very well. I will do that. Absolutely. How are the altars, though? Sure, I'll make a donation. To which altar will I donate? Passion. Excellent choice. To meditate the shrine for you, a donation of 3 gold. To be willing to donate 3 gold? Yeah. To meditate for you this evening, human. To wish you well in your journeys. That's great. It's good talking to you. Didn't want to use the Anamo prompt yet. Shouldn't pick that scab until we actually have the news to share with him. But okay. We have a subquest here. Oh wait, did I even finish writing it down? No, I didn't. Find out who's planning to sabotage the altars. And get evidence if possible. We're not doing that right now. So we're gonna hightail it and meet this horrible Sultan guy. I think I just did this, but I'll do this again. Oh, 1 second, gang. Hey, sweetie. Cat pushed the door open. Daniel's napping upstairs. Just want to listen to me shouting about gargoyles and sultans. What time is it? Okay, I got a little time left. I don't have a ton of time, both because I'm getting kind of hungry, but also because I got to devote some time today and every day for the next several days to oh, I think we've made landfall at Spektran. Oh yeah, this is totally where some mad sultan lives. Getting here in the first place, or getting in, might be part of the challenge here. Yeah, I gotta put more work in on prepping Frosthaven. Which so far, like, reading the rules gave me a good feeling about the game, because the minor adjustments to the scenario system all sound salutary. It sounds like they'll add to the game. And the much beefed up outside of scenario, like, campaign system also sounds pretty cool. Meditation retreat. It's locked. We see a young, tan, muscular, handsome man who exudes much verve and geniality. Are you the Sultan of Spektran? I'm Ian. Okay. What do you do, Ian? I am the director of this meditation retreat for fellowship members. This is not Spektran. What's going on here? You're not ready to go down the rabbit hole of figuring out how to play Gloomhaven online with your friends? Or probably you just didn't send them all home with their characters. Cool. Ian, I'll get to know you later. Take care. Sorry to bother you. So, yeah, we all get hungry eventually. We'll have some flounder when we get to Spektran. Gang, I just said. Did I stutter? We're all very hungry. Okay. Can we just get out here? Gangplank is blocked. Thanks, Jana. Oh man, folks. That's fair. It's a lot of work. Okay, we're in danger. But danger's not approaching. So let's take the opportunity to pass out some flounder. Spark enjoyed his flounder, so did Dupre. So did Jana. Sarah Med loves flounder. Okay. That was an intense meal. So far, what I've done on the overlays for Friday Night Frosthaven, I'm pretty pleased with. I did, this is not super complicated, but I got official files of the ability cards to do the frames for the players, our cameras. And because I used all official files, they were all the same file size and resolution. And then I busted out a ratio calculator and measured a bunch of stuff and actually made them so that and also I wiped out the inside, so instead of putting the cameras on top of the cards, the cameras are under the cards and the frame fits right over us, and they're all the same size, so they make a proper square. Just little things. I think I just did this, but I'm doing it again now. That, yeah. It looks pretty good so far. It's slowly coming together. I do not have what I was hoping to have, which is metal wall. Okay. Well, I've got at least one scheme we can try if that wall is the obstacle we need to get past. Yeah, I had one of the only specific things I asked for from my family for Christmas was a specific new webcam stand that would allow me to do better and easier to set up footage of the game itself while we're playing, like the scenario maps and stuff. And my mom showed me what arrived when she ordered it from Amazon, which was a obviously cut open box with an empty Amazon bag inside it, or vice versa. I can't remember which part was empty on the inside and the outside. Suffice it to say, though. Oh, I didn't. Do I have an extra Blackrock? I didn't actually wind up with extra Blackrock, did I? Because my whole scheme here is about exploding this stuff. Did I? Did I not? Hold on. What about the one in the potion bag? Oh, we used it all. This all goes back to the original sin where I miscounted a single Blackrock as 2 Blackrock because I didn't realize how big the little icon was. Arrgh. That's frustrating. I also have the explosion spell. And we could try to acquire a power decay. So we have different options to try to blow this thing up and get in. Okay. Alright. Well, let's see. Can it all be so simple? Oh, wait. Do I have Fire Blast, but not... I don't even have the explosion spell. Okay. Well, hold on. Ah! I've solved the mystery. Except for poor Jana. There she goes. Okay. We're in... Is this the Sultan? A nobleman, all alone, with a demented gleam in his eye. If this guy's not the Sultan, I gotta question why the Sultan lets him dress like this. Alright, gonna run to the bathroom, and then we're gonna dig in on this crazed Sultan. Alright, hang tight, gang. Be right back with you. Okay, back at it. Ooh. You have Bloody Slash with hits really hard at the cost of some of your health. Golden Vow, which boosts damage or defense from several glintstone ashes from Rogier, which are pretty good as well. Full Confession. I never... I didn't dig in even slightly on the Ash of War system. I never used an Ash of War in my first playthrough of Elden Ring. So I can't offer you any advice, except to say probably all of them are at least somewhat a good choice because you totally don't need them. So, an extra edge, right? Who in blazes art thou? The man asks. He thinks he was just interrupted. I like that this would-be Sultan is just sitting right at the front door. This is the time to be impressive. I am the avatar of all virtue. Of course thou art. And I am the evil spirit of Mondane, come back to wreak havoc over all Britannia. Funny thou dost not look like an avatar, thou dost look like a fool. The fool on the hill, maybe. What can I do for thee, Mr. Fool? He turns to his right and speaks to no one. What? Oh, really? Thou dost think this avatar looks like the real thing? I doubt it, Lucinda. I doubt it very much. He turns back to you and grins. Good call. Poise damage never hurts. I got over my skis at one point. I was in the I can't even think of the name of it now, but the great city. And I made my way down into the sewers or the whatever horrifying name the sewers have in that city. And the omens there, I couldn't deal with them at all because I got there so early that I could not break their poise with my strongest hits. And I, like a fool, I did my first explorations there, just slogging it out and doing these extremely difficult fights with every enemy. When I came back later, just a little bit stronger, I was like, oh, I can just knock these things on their ass. Should have done this in the first place. You got the Ethereal Ring? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even ask you your name. Art thou wanting to steal mine Ethereal Ring? He turns to Lucinda and whispers, Thou art right. Our guest looks like a thief. He turns back to you and smiles. Yes, I do have an Ethereal Ring. I purchased it from the King of the Gargoyles. What was his name? He leans toward his invisible companion, Lucinda. What? Oh yes, Draxinus. I knew it all the time. He turns back to you. It is in my vault. I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself. You are? Martingo, the Sultan of Spektran. Is that alright with thee? Yeah. Am I an ignoramus or a fool? What do you do here, Mr. Sultan? He's the Sultan of Spektran. Is my brain the size of a pea? Do not answer. It was a rhetorical question. How would my pea brain understand what a rhetorical question is? Well, as far as just random madmen in Britannia go, this guy's alright. So far. You like bananas? Oh, sure, yeah. 3 gold. Sure. Maybe this will win some favor with him. So I buy his banana and then he realizes, uh-oh. So this worked out exactly the way I didn't want it to. So you're the Sultan here. Oh yeah, great harem. Great harem. Yeah, they're very lovely. Each day he enjoys a different one. Thou canst not imagine how much fun being a Sultan really is. Oh, I don't treat women like objects, sir. So I wouldn't... I don't know if that's what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, the lovely Lucinda. You want to describe her to me? She's beautiful. Sticks his tongue in an ear that isn't there. Oh, man. Okay. Now this guy's going down in the ranks of random madmen in Britannia. Because like many of the Britannians in this age, he's gross. Yeah, so you call this place Spektran. Yeah, Did Lucinda really say that? Yeah, wow. Yeah, thanks, Elo. Elo's on the case, everybody. Alright, so, any particular secrets to invading your vault? The most protected vault in all Britannia. No one, and I repeat, no one, can steal anything from my vault. I have many fine treasures there. Gives Lucinda a bite on the ear. What kinds of treasures? Magical items, full of them, including this ring that us mentioned. Yeah, I would love to get my hand on that ring. If I gave you back your last banana, would you be open to parting with the Ethereal Ring? So what are they protected by? Security is his secret. Feel free to try and enter it. In fact, I dare thee. If thou canst succeed in getting inside, you're welcome to take anything. All thou dost need is the key. He laughs with his imaginary harem as if they were all laughing with him. So he's laughing and like he's looking around at all of them. We're all having such a good laugh. I'm sure that we'll find it. He breaks into laughing so hard that tears begin to fall down his cheeks. Alright. Well, Martingo, it was interesting to meet you, my liege. Oh, wise and powerful Sultan. What's this thing right next to him? It's a nightstand. Is the key in his nightstand? It's not. I guess that would have been too easy. But it would have been the funny kind of too easy. Hold on. What's all this? A light source? A bottle? Hold on. Can we walk into this? I don't think this is the vault. A table. Yeah, that's... Whatever's going on there, I don't think that's our first concern. We have the reveal spell, at least. Oh, in fact... Hold on. Is there anything to be revealed up here? Like, for example, are some of these walls obviously false? Whiskwas. No. Oh! Thanks, reveal spell. Hey. Wasn't his last banana. He lied to us. Why would he lie? Anyway, we're not going to steal this guy's cheese. I don't necessarily trust in his ability to continue finding ways to feed himself. Kitchen items. Bottle. A bottle. A bottle. Okay. Wait, what was this on top of here? A light source. Oh, it's like a... Okay. Maybe... I don't want to steal just yet. Do as little stealing as I can manage. What's happening? Where's the danger? What the hell is this? Stone harpy. Okay. Well, that was the danger. Well, his security system is pretty straightforward. There's his bedroom. Okay, so there's a mighty stone harpy. I have 19 hit points. Hold on. Shauna, would you mind healing me up? Me, please. Oh, I'm quite healthy. I guess 19 is my maximum hit points? Oh, our hit points just... Hold on a sec. We can solve this mystery pretty quickly. Okay. Strength just leads directly to hit points. Okay. I don't know. Okay, the harpy doesn't just wake up. Can we circumnavigate the harpy? Is there anything to be revealed in here? Welcome back, Yomo! I have been diverted from my original quest. And I don't think the answer here is going to turn out to be as simple as just killing the stone harpy. In fact, I suspect it's unkillable. It certainly makes short work of us. Hold on, I'm curious about something. Because somebody on the team had obviously died before I was killed. But they get free resurrection along with me. That's comforting. At any rate. Okay. Alright. I don't think this is going to do anything, but we're going to try. A sultan has a magic-looking lamp. Could that be the key? Shut up, Guardian. I hate you. Hey, sweetie. It's not that time yet. Well, it's getting to that time for me. I have to shut it down here soon, but hold on a sec. Eel. Hand me that black potion from your sack. This seems like a real long shot, but you never know. No, wait. Why don't I test the magic lamp theory first? As skeptical as I am of said theory. I can't light it, probably because I don't have a free hand. Well, hold on. Let the boy hold it. Sorry, Jana. Wasn't calling you a boy. Just clicked on the wrong ally. Yeah, you don't need that cup, buddy. So why don't you hang on to this magical lamp. Light it up. Okay. Does carrying the lit magic lamp silence the harpy? It sure doesn't. Well, I don't think we're going to win the fight. Oh! We can just win the fight. Did we all live? We sure did. Great. Okay. Does the stone harpy have the key? Sure does. Not so funny, is it now, is it, Guardian? You'll be fixing magic before you know it. These are your mighty treasures? Ooh, invisibility ring. Protection ring. Regeneration. Okay. His mighty treasure is actually pretty cool. Let's share him with the crew. Spark, my boy. You don't actually have a free ring finger because you're wearing gloves. Okay. Jana. As the one of us who gets killed the most often. And who can't heal. Actually, you can't heal yourself. Wear this ring of regeneration. Okay. Man, we're all cramped in here. Is this Elo? Boom. Alright. Elo, you're very old. Wear this ring of protection. Saramed, I don't like looking at your face. Actually, no, we don't want to make the guy who's holding all the gold invisible. In fact, maybe I'll just, no, I'm trying to take the shelf, which is probably not too heavy. It's just attached to the wall. I'm just going to hang on to the invisibility ring and the ethereal ring. Okay. So in the end, that was a little underwhelming. I thought there might be like a puzzle involved. But hey. Shouldn't complain when things work out. Let's throw in a save. And let's find out who else hurt. I'm fine. Dupre's fine. Was it just Saramed took it all on the chin there? Spark's doing great. Put that lamp out, buddy. Elo's in rough shape. So Elo and Saramed. Jana, if she's hurt, will be fine. Eventually. Because of the ring she's wearing. So Jana. If I could just get you to do some healing. Yes. I wanted the heal one. That's why I said heal in the first place. Could you heal up Elo? Perfect. Ah. Go figure. Fair enough. For now, Saruman's a man of the woods. He's a tough guy. He'll be okay. Alright. Hope I don't have to kill the Sultan on the way out. Come on, team. Reassemble. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Whew. Saramed learned how to teleport just in the nick of time there. Alright. What a terrible place. Okay. Okay. I don't think I have time to do Deceit, even though if it's anything like Destard, it's extremely small. But let's at least go share the good news with our dear friend. Oh, this must be new. No, wait. Yeah, that's New Magenta for sure. So, I'll go around it to the west. I want to hit the north edge. shoot east. We'll hit Verity Isle. We can at least tell Penumbra that we're doing great. Maybe she'll become a spell seller again. And hopefully if she does, she knows Angrav. And we'll be setting ourselves up very well for the next time around. Here we are, back on Verity Isle. One thing I really do like about this game, and what it's added to the Ultima formula, the Ultima recipe, is that it's developed a much stronger sense of like storytelling progression without actually making anything linear. Like we're still just like free exploring, but one second here. Both some of the contained spaces and some of the like the little Skara Brae story, even the progressions within them unfold as you figure them out and as you decide who to talk to in what order. Hey Penumbra, great, check it out. I've got it. She's going to enchant it quickly. She takes the ring and tones a few words upon it. After a moment, she hands it back. Now we must go to the generator. Be sure thou art wearing the ring. It should now protect thee from the ethereal attacks. Be aware that it is functional only near the tetrahedral. And tell thy companions to wait out of range. Thou must enter the generator alone. She thinks a moment. By the way, how did thou happen to know to come to me about this problem? I didn't. Nicodemus, sure. We're getting out of order here, aren't we? That's okay. 1 second. Have I met Nicodemus yet in this game? No. Well, whatever that quest is, she's not interested in contributing to it anyway. Okay. Good luck to thee as well, Penumbra. Well, I mean, this actually returns to my point that it's not linear. It's letting you pick away at it the way you want, which leads to moments where Penumbra assumes someone must have told me, when in fact all that happened was she was, besides the fact that I have a constrained set of keyword options instead of typing them myself, even if I hadn't been constrained, even if we were still using the typing system, the only keywords she had said were like ether and Blackrock. She hadn't even said Blackrock, just ether and like pain. I would have wound up asking about the ether and getting all that information anyway. Is Nicodemus... There's a Nicodemus that I'm like familiar with, right? Hold on. Gotta remind myself. Nicodemus the Enchanter is the one who lives southeast of you, or at least did, as of Ultima 6. Perhaps, and perchance, he can teach us, Angrav. And also, tell us about some hourglass we need enchanted. And I guess the Time Lord could have also pointed us here, which suggests that Penumbra is probably not the only way to get Angrav, or that Angrav is not the way to fix the Skara Brae plot. Oh well, what a tangled web. And yet, we have so many things to chase down, things to do. It's exciting. And it's got to be at least a decent sign for our battle prowess that we eventually did defeat the Stone Harpy. Not by switching up tactics, because there's none of that. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it should be that hard to... It's certainly, they should have been able to avoid that little snafu there. Like, just don't turn on the keywords that I don't have and include a no one option. It was luck. Or even just they told me to wake you up. You know, they said that you said I would wake you up one day. Okay. Now, I don't think I can put the time in right now to go to Dungeon Deceit, even though it's probably short. So, I think this is where we wrap up for today. Yeah. Okay. So, Tuesday, I'm not sure. Because there might be some family stuff I got to do that will stop Greg from coming over. But if that stuff doesn't come up, Greg will be here tomorrow night and we'll play some beat-em-ups. Either going back to Golden Axe and exploring that series from its arcade origins, or going back and exploring the TMNT arcade game series from its origins. One or the other. Time will tell. If it happens. Friday, it'll be Friday Night Frosthaven, barring disaster. So wish me luck, team, as I try to get all the things unpunched. All the little cardboard pieces. All of the everything else that I got to do done. Fingers crossed. And then next weekend, as far as I know, back to normal-ish. As normal as things ever get. Carrying on with Live Alive, which is getting pretty exciting. Who knew that we'd clear the first 7 scenarios and an 8th scenario would unlock? I knew, because I played the game before. But I acted like... Well, actually, I don't think I kept the secret very well. But now we're in it. Who knows what'll happen? I do, but I'm going to try not to give that away so that anyone watching it for the first time can enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. And then we'll be back here, and we got things to do. Not only the things that I meant to do today, that I got somewhere with, but not that far. Killing the Liche. But also, got to hit Dungeon Deceit. Fix that up. Maybe we can help the Gargoyles out, solve their mystery. We can go back to the worst town in the world, Vesper, and try to catch these Elizabeth and Abraham people. They're always on the move, just one step ahead of us. We can stop off the little island southeast Moonglow here, or Verity Isle here. We could just kill a whole bunch of dogs. The sky's the limit. It's Ultima 7, baby. It's a living, breathing world. If you stuck around to the end, thanks for sticking around to the end. I'm glad you came. If you came and you left, you can't hear my voice. I'm still glad you stopped by, though, so thanks. And until the next time, that we're all on whichever quest it is that we stumble into together. Take care of yourselves and be kind to everyone you meet.